Microphone test 1 2 1 2. Welcome to tonight, whenever tonight is. Thanks for tuning in from wherever you are. Center of your universe, center of your living room. It's all the same. We're going to tap in, see if anyone joins us for tonight's stream. This was at one point a live show, but lots that I hope to accomplish tonight. It's a Pisces full moon, and we're almost up to that point, that time of the year where we're getting ready to read for our Virgo Libra Cuspers. Hello, Savannah Ross. Welcome to the program. Hello, Ange. Welcome to the program. Nice to have you here tonight. Okay, as you guys know, we'll get to that, Savannah. I just want to dedicate the first 10-15 minutes of the reading to the people watching later, and that will be people that were born on the Virgo Libra Cusp, an 11-card reading. We're live tonight from an Airbnb in a safe, undisclosed location. And hello to those of you born on the Virgo Libra Cusp. This video is for you. These readings are somewhat timeless, but they're meant to stretch from the year 2019 through to 2020 until your birthday again next year. And happy early birthday to you. All right, let's get some cards up on the board for you. All right, gonna cut your cards. Wishing everybody watching the best in all things: peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, happiness, well-being, humor, and truth. Be well, everyone. Be most excellent to one another. Hopefully everything's running okay. Hopefully the sound is good. Thank you to the devoted and dedicated subscribers in the chat. Appreciate you for being here. We'll be with you in just 1 second. All right, let's have a look and see what's up for you guys. We got an 8 of Pentacles, crossed by a 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Hierophant. Some of these are coming up reverse. Knight of Cups, a lot of mirrored energy actually, in terms of what you're moving through. Okay, wow. So what this reading is letting me know, Cuspers, Virgo, Libra, imagine if you were like two different people. You probably wouldn't get along too well all the time. There might be some like blow-ups, or there might be just like a lot of butting heads. But you together, you're the full package. And when everything is running smoothly and together for you guys, you're an unstoppable force. You're a force to be reckoned with. But I have a feeling that this Virgo, okay, we pulled the center card, the querent card, come up as a Virgo not feeling like themselves. A Virgo that's a little bit off track. The Virgo that might be a little bit too stuck and unwilling, or too narrowly focused and unwilling to see the broader picture, broader points of view. And something is coming up in regards to the year in coming up in regards to how well you're communicating to other people, to one another, and levels of self-talk, right? How well you do. Okay? What's crossing you here, or the reason for this being, is this 5 of Cups here that's here. So I feel like a lot of you born in this sign have an incredible length to go to letting go of grievances and differences. And I'm not picking on you. I'm not saying that anything is, but it's been such a narrow focus, it seems. There's been an inability, like, to flower, to open up. Like, things feel a little bit delayed for you guys. And it's tough because it shows me that you've gone through some hurting. You've gone through a lot of, like, what they would call, like, not dark times, but, like, just like those inner sufferings, or asking yourself why things have to be the way things have to be. And it's due to this period of time you've come through where it was like pinpoint needle focus. There was like no looking to the left, looking to the right, up or down. You know, I definitely don't think you're inconsiderate of other people's time or other people in general. It's just showing here that a lot has been presented to you that you may have missed in the last little while. Okay, 2 of Pentacles reversed here, what you're coming through. It's time to open up new options. It's time to be open to what other people are saying. And it really is. If you're feeling stuck in any way, if you're feeling that you're having a tough time getting out, or kind of waiting for life to happen to you, or changing your life, or maybe having this like point of view that the world is happening to you, you know, we have to kind of like uncover the truth and the inner essence. I would like to see a lot of inner work. And for some of you, what's crowning the reading is perhaps relationships that have gone awry, that have stumbled, that have stalled out in your past, and you're like, your positioning in new relationships and in current relationships. like the strength to renew or reconvene communication with the other, or it's like more so like a level of openness. It's like for some of you, you may find yourself that a lot of stuff is very surface and you've been very good to keep negative energy out, but in doing so you may have closed or locked up some particular avenues or ways of expression, and the way you receive other people's like nonverbal communications and expressions, to like you're really like there's a room for a lot more. Like you're, when you feel filled up, or when you feel like wow, elated and things like this, these cards are letting me know that it's like you guys are only scratching the surface on some of this stuff, that it really could be a lot more. It really could be elevated to new and the next levels. And the feeling I have is that it could be very difficult for some of you to take these next steps, because there's a lot of like self-imposed fear of the unknown. Right? Fear is just the expectation of future pain. And it's true, the harder we love, the deeper we hurt. Okay, and in knowing this, I see this could be one of those major things that are blocking you. It's like, why would you get involved again? Why would you go through the legwork, knowing what you know about like putting all your cards on the table, putting everything out there, only to have it be like just okay for a little while, maybe even a couple years, and then all of a sudden like people change, right? From a scientific point of view, we got the Hierophant here, so we got to talk about some knowledge and some science. They say even on a cellular level, the entire human body, you, the person, the physical being, every cell in your body will have regenerated, and the old cells that you're living with today will be completely gone within 7 years. And this is like something where when we find divine connections and relationships, we need to be ready for the roller coaster ride, right? We need to be ready for the good old Bruce Lee over here, all right? We need to be ready for that, because things can change instantly, and it always seems that there needs to be like tests of like, it's like testing the strength of the love, or like people, you know, have a tough time expressing why they're feeling the current way they are about their partner, about their life, and then other people can be felt left out in the cold about that. But really, if you're kind of like up to date and living in the now and living in the present moment, and like I said, being just willing to let go of the fear in order to be fully open, these are kind of like the things that are being presented to you in a karmic teaching level. Okay, this is for our Virgo, Libra cuspers now. Okay, that will be experiencing this year. I'm not just going to say like your relationships are going to fall apart, but if relationships come on the rocks, or if you meet somebody and then it's a struggle to like get it to the next level and things like this, this is telling you that it's completely reflective. It's a complete mirroring effect, in like you get what you give, or the other person is in part like always in a similar mirroring energy to that which you're putting out. So it's like you're standing in your power. And because it's really tricky, it gets really tricky here. Now we have Judgment reversed, major arcana, and this is at the root. This is at the root of the nature. So if you're living in any kind of regret about ending a relationship too soon, or not patching up a relationship that could have been better, or maybe you let somebody just walk away in the past and there was like no closure and you're not sure if you can return to it, this is about a karmic lesson for this year ahead. And like I said, some of these readings are timeless, so it could even be at any point in your life when you're watching it, is to say, make the call to leave the past behind and to let go of regret in every facet that you can. Okay, don't forget here what we had up here. This is the Virgo portion of self. It's not that you're unwilling to forgive or unwilling to move on. It's just like the amount of like level where you spend your time thinking about remorses or regrets or transgressions. You really can enter into a phase this year where you can begin to really let it all go. You let it into your mind for maybe one last time, and you've trained yourself now. I'm going to learn to laugh at this, about myself, about the situation. I've trained my mind now to think it, acknowledge it, then forget it, so that the present moment can continue on for you guys, all right? Because it's about this communication, okay? And it's about feeling stuck to a degree, okay? We've got an 8 of Wands up here. Now with our third mirror, major life energy. The other person, wherever your focus is at, like if you're having a tough time and living in mutualism, or finding that person, that relationship that is there, and being able to I don't know, just make it more fulfilling even. It's saying this is like even communication over distances. Some of you may find yourself picking up the phone and calling that person from the past, or you may be on the receiving end of a phone call this year from somebody that you maybe haven't seen in like, I don't know, could be a decade, 5 years, a decade, right? And it's good. Some of our cuspers here on Virgo, Libra, I'm all tongue-tied today. This openness has directly to do with your creativity, to the hidden gifts that are inside, what you've been gifted with from source in this lifetime, but that which you've been ignoring. It's great that you've been choosing a life of success and improving yourself and bettering yourself. But remember what I said earlier with this card. We were truly only scratching the surface for the last couple years. So wherever you're at in your journey, think about it that way. Whatever level you've gotten to, or wherever, whatever depth of thing that you're feeling, remember that by choosing that, in universal law, you are neglecting or you are rejecting something else. It's innate. It has to be that way by choosing something. So it could be a point of remembering who you are. It could be a point of remembering how certain things made you feel, and know that you're only scratching the surface. Know that it can go so much deeper. All right. So thanks so much. This video, hi everybody, we're about to get this live show rolling. For those of you that are watching this video for the future, our Virgo, Libra cuspers, happy birthday. I hope, that wasn't like a very enjoyable yearly reading to give. But the cards come the way they come, and there's not much we can do. And this little channel is about the most healing, the most benevolent, the work that we can put in. We're not just going to say things to people to make them feel better, right? Because you're the ones putting in the work, okay? And here's your oracle card for you guys. We pulled this card of medicine, okay? Indian warrior, the Indian chief. Be at peace with that Virgo part of yourself that will not let things rest. You're a Libra. You know how to balance everything. Too much of, something is not good, and too much of the other thing might not be enough. You know how to balance your time, your energies, your relationships, all this stuff. But there's this portion, there's this unwillingness maybe to let, from your Virgo side, to let relinquish some of these things go. Allow it to be your medicine. Every time you conquer a fear this year, or you conquer an old thought that keeps creeping up and it doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies anymore, and it doesn't make you go into any kind of anxiety or depression, give yourself a pat on the back. And when you start with the small things, allow that momentum to be gained or to be created, because your medicine for this year coming up is within your actions, and it's within your communications, and it's about the steps that you take to go forward and to move forward. All right, so that's a reading. Namaste while. Welcome to the 99.9. We are live on location at a very cool place. I'm bartending tonight. You'll see it over the side. The Aquarius AAA Airbnb. We would like to thank those guys for having us here. I'm back from the edge of tomorrow and from the middle of nowhere where I've been hanging out. And thanks to everybody that's been writing me and sending me emails and enjoying the daily videos. It's going to be great to have you. All right, so let me just jump in the chat for a minute. Let's jump in the chat. I'll see all this stuff because they set us up at this little bar, and it's a very cool place. We used to talk about Bruce Lee. From those of you that have been here from the start, we used to have the Bruce Lee moment. Used to happen once a program. Hasn't been happening for a long time, but isn't that thing cool? So we're just sitting at the bar, talking about some tarot news, talking about our stuff. We can do some readings, things like that in a little while. Okay. What's up? So let's get into the chat. Let's jump into the chat. We said that we would. What's Pisces feel about me? You're Pisces. Afra. What did Afra, I want to ask you a question. What was the last reading you received about that question? What did that reading say? I know I'm prying you for information, but I'm curious. The very last reading you got about that, even if it wasn't from me, whoever you got the reading from, what did they say? What did they say? Right? There's a lot of great readers on YouTube. There's also a lot of garbage out there. Man, I got to tell you, I've been kind of subjected to like a lot of mainstream media lately. It's just where I've been at. And my goodness, This Is Us? What is that all about? I was like, I'm 40 years old. I've never heard of that before. And I was like, oh, are you kidding me? People watch this stuff? Not the same person. Hey, Butch Tarot, welcome to the chat. Absolutely. New sub. Welcome, Butch. Hi, Saathi. I see you there. Yasmin Fox, it's been a while. It's been a long while. Thanks for coming into the program. Thank you so much for coming into the program. Wiggle and Savannah, I see you there. And Angela Tarot, our moderator. So we've got a moderator. We've got a full house. We can do this kind of stuff if you want to. Okay. So around the world, and back to the center of the universe, or the center of your living room. It's one and the same, right? Absolutely. Be water, my friend. Be at ease. Yeah, would you like some water? I got a little bit of the thank you water. Okay. 99.9 would also like to thank Tati Taurus Tarot, network affiliate. I believe she's live right now, everybody. If you get your reading over there. I want to acknowledge Denise Lynn. Denise Lynn is the creator of these. It's funny that the Indian chief, the Indian warrior came up. These cards right here, these native spirit cards, were created by a lady named Denise Lynn, and we'd like to thank her tonight. To our sponsors, the good people at The Real Thank You Water, thank you for providing the liquid. And to our host tonight, AAA Aquarius Airbnb, the most amazing hospitality here. All right. Omar is your boyfriend for 4 years. We're not together right now, and you had a fight. Yikes. You had a fight, Avra. Hi, hippie love. I see you there. Afra, you had a fight? Uh-oh. Because two of you wanted different things. That's what I feel. Is it because two of you wanted different things? We got two Pisces. And this is the Pisces full moon. Okay, this is highlight on Pisces. You're going to see the depths. You're going to see people that are born, because I know your question was in regards to people born in the sign. You get a special insight during when the full moon is in the sign of the sun sign of the person, you know, of you or the person that you're in. Okay, and Pisces, it's especially true because it's a full moon, right? Yeah, so thank you, water. We're going to be like water, right? We'll nourish everything without competing against it, right? So if you're fighting, that can let us know, Afra, that, you know, one of you or both of you in your mind has said, I'm not going to, you know, nourish until I myself am nourished. One of you is like out of energy or out of an ability to live from an authentic point where you can nourish the ideas of others. It might just be too conflictual, okay? You hope he'll come back. Be as water. We say hello to Crafty Tarot at this time. Welcome to the Tarot Bar, everybody. You got to love the Pisces. I'm feeling it, Crafty. Big hello across the pond to our friends in the United Kingdom. If you haven't checked out Crafty Tarot's channel, okay, please do. Butch Tarot. Haha, it's cool. Thanks. I'm going to check out yours as well. Thanks for coming in and jumping in the chat. I really appreciate that. All right. Big hello and love and compassion. So maybe let's start talking to some people here. We'll do a round of the spiritual cards. I'm gonna let Crafty go first. We'll do a round of the spiritual cards, and then we're gonna read some emails from our friends, and then we can get into some readings. Okay? There's no list here. There's no list here. There never has been. Well, actually, there was at one time, but we're done with lists here. Okay, this is about, you know, vibing with one another. And like I said, I can't be on in a true like tarot table fashion. So this is the tarot bar. We can do whatever. Okay, Crafty, thanks for being on the phone with me. Thanks for finding me on Instagram as well, to Ange and to Crafty. Appreciate that. All right. Oh, and Christina's here too. All right, Crafty, this one's for you. Okay, this is your message, Crafty. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Okay? Oh, that camera's brutal. might have to shift things around here. All right, here we go. Let's do it this way. Stay away from people, Crafty, who make you feel like you're hard to love. Even if you've acted like a big old asshole, you still deserve to be around people who see the goodness in you and are willing to point it out. If they find you hard to love, they're not your people, okay? Someone pointing out that you've acted like a butthole doesn't mean that they don't love you. Figure out your way getting through love or no love. You'll be way less of a butthole when you learn how to do this. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Okay, in essence, what's that saying is like, that's kind of like a negative reflective energy, right? So you go in with good intentions, right? What do they say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Even when you go in with good actions, maybe they're unappreciative, and they make you feel like, was it me? What I did was great, so was it me? And if it makes you question or second guess it at all, Crafty, this card wants you to know that those are not your kind of people. Okay, absolutely. Sure, Savannah, you can go next. You can go next. Savannah, I can pull a couple tarot cards for you, okay? I see Christina in the room now, and as well as Ange. So nice to have you here. We're just on a chillin' vibe tonight. One night only. It's going to be a couple weeks before I can see you again. I'm going to travel back out to the edge of nowhere. Okay? Or, sorry, the middle of nowhere and the edge of tomorrow. That's right. There's not really feeling any different. I've got a lot of planets in water, so I'm like heavy duty on the water. But it's a very intuitive. I'm feeling very connected, very psychic, very, just like going through the etheric realm has been screaming out to me. Okay, making it difficult to drive and pay attention sometimes, but it's all good. Okay. Three of Swords. So this was for Savannah. Okay. Three of Swords and a Four of Cups. Right. You might be at a point where you're feeling very stuck, Savannah. Okay. If you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Okay. And if that's too hard to do, you have to make yourself like the most beautiful apple on the tree, so to speak. You might have to get out there. You might have to be like presenting again on a level that states that you're single or states that you're open. Okay. This could be a past lover as well. Somebody that you fought with and then you had a gripe with, and then like you hung up the phone and then you didn't hear from them for like 3 or 4 weeks or 3 or 4 months, and then they call you out of the blue. Could be something like this. It's a lot to do with presentation and healing, okay? But you might reject this offer that's coming in, okay? It's going to be up to you. 4 Cups reversed, Savannah. It says if this is somebody from your past that's coming back, you want to be very careful. Tread very lightly, okay? Let me put it this way, Savannah. If you don't change anything that you're doing right now, your next love offering, or the kind of the most tangible love offering, is going to be somebody that there might have been some regret or there might have been some pain in the past. If you get up tonight or tomorrow and change everything and change what you're doing and change like the level of proactivity that you have towards dating, you could have a multitude of people, right? It's almost saying open up your type. The 4 of Cups reverse there. Open up where you look for love, what kind of people you look for love in, right? And then that will open new doors as to what's coming in. Okay? It's very cool. I see now, hi, Tarot TV with T. I see Salome. It's been a minute, Salome. I saw Yasmin. Tell me about it. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Energizing moon. Angela, I've seen the picture that you posted up on the Instagram. Very good. And on that note, I just want to read some of the emails that have come in. It's been very good. Very amazing. Well, Small Wildflowers is here just in time. Okay. And Midnight Star, hopefully if we can get her here, wrote a beautiful poem to the network I was hoping to read. Okay. All right. And to Angela of Tarot writes, Dear Legend, do you see those pictures I sent? Okay. Angela ended up getting an amazing new abode, amazing new place to call home, and sent the network photos. And my question was, which way does the porch face? Because that's a beautiful front porch. And she said it faces south. And the only reason I was curious is for the amount of sunlight and kind of like what kind of daily hours and light that you were actually getting. And it's wonderful to hear that it's pointed south. And you've got all of that going on. So congratulations to Angela of Tarot on the new pad. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, a lot of you writing in saying, "Hey, thanks for doing the dailies." Okay, all right. Jan Wallace says, "Legend, get your thermal underwear out. It's about to get cold in Canada." I was like, "Yeah, no kidding." Thank you for that, Jan Wallace. I appreciate that. Okay. Midnight Star writes, on point messages. Okay. Oh yeah, we did this reading where it was like, it came out where it's like, I forget what it was, but it's neat to know that the dailies are registering. We had 9/9/2019. That was a cool day. All right. A lot of people were talking about portals out there. I was like, well, Skylanders or, monsters or what is it? The Twilight Zone. All that stuff. Don't worry, nothing's coming through the portal. Nothing's coming through. And did you go through a portal? Was anyone portaled anywhere? What do they call that when you portal somewhere? Did anyone do that? I don't know if it was a real portal. All right, thanks to Robin's Realms Readings again for sending love over the email line. Okay, and a big shout out to Gazelle Daily Tarot as well. To Anderson Cuckoo Cooper. Okay, shout out to Anderson Cuckoo Cooper. Yeah, and then we're gonna have 9/19/19, which, believe it or not, is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Okay, you gotta talk like a pirate. I read it in a book. It is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Okay, pirates are called pirates because we are. So that's coming up on the 19th. Okay, as we near this cusp and we were about to enter into Libra season. Wonderful. Yeah, people were talking about portals. So I wondered if anyone had That's what it was. Thanks, Salome. Teleported. The 2022, the numerological portals. Did you zip right through? Did you come out on the other end? Go maybe find Bill and Ted's. Okay. All right, I got a cool email from Kyle saying about the message, how much he appreciated the message. So thanks, Kyle, for that. Alice Hawfield sent more amazing vibes into the station. Okay, I'm hoping to find this one from Midnight. Small Wildflowers wrote in. It says, looks like you're getting treated to a nice little retreat with Mother Earth, and I couldn't be closer to the truth, Small Wildflowers. And thank you for noticing. I've been in some deep meditation. I've been like out in the middle of nowhere. When times are quiet, right? I had a little bit more of like mainstream media, which is like kind of interesting because when I'm on my own, I do none of it. But in groups, it's like you have to stay current with current events, and it was like a bit of an adjustment for me. But thanks to Small Wildflowers, yes, it's been some great grounding going on. Mahalia wrote in and said she loved the videos with the kitty cats. Shout out to Mahalia Tarot and to Lena Cosmo channel. Is that Cosmopolitan? Your cosmopolitan friends. All right, I'm still looking for this. We got the granddaddy. Oh, even Beth Kristen wrote in on the daily videos. I'd like to thank her. It's like people like Sheila Marie and Beth Kristen who've been supporting this channel well over 3 years now. You couldn't ask for more awesome people. They don't cut and run. It's not like just to stay in the clique. It's not nothing like that with them. And I want to give a special shout out to Sheila Marie and Beth Christian. Okay. To Aria Iona. Absolutely, the energy has been feeling great. Okay. Oh, come on, I can't find this poem. Oh, here it goes. The poem, here we go. All right. Okay, here. The poem goes like this. Okay. And thank you to Midnight Star. When you're feeling down and frustrated with the day, reach inside your right pocket. I left a little note to say just how much you're appreciated each and every day. And written on that note is a million little thank yous for showing me the way. That it's okay to let go of control, even if it is just for a day. And thank you for showing me your determination and never giving up, because it gave me the courage to face whatever came my way. I know this is just a few reasons, but as I say, I have a million more on how much you've cared for. So if you're feeling down and frustrated, just reach inside your pocket and you will find a little note from me to say how much you're appreciated each and every day. So that Midnight Star, how awesome was that? Oh, hi Sheila. Yeah, sending lots of love vibrations to you. We were big shout out to Anderson Cuckoo Cooper. Because now we got to deal with elections and all this crap. It's going to be an interesting winter, isn't it? For those of us here in the Northern Hemisphere. So thanks to everybody that sent the emails. It's been great. And thanks for everybody that teleported. And teleported back today. It's going to be awesome. All right? Okay. So great. All right. So if anybody wants to engage in a chat with me, go ahead. We're back. We're back. We've got 4 decks with me as I travel, gypsy style. We've got these spiritual cards. Big shout out to Denise Lynn today, creator of these nature spirit cards. Sacred Power reading cards and the Illuminati Tarot. I also have my Mystic Tarot because we had to do that cusp reading. Yeah, we're at the Tarot Bar tonight. Aquarius AAA Airbnb. What is it? AAA Aquarius Airbnb. So we're on the Aquarius Express during this Pisces full moon. Okay, went full. We got some awesome, right? The mouse is alive. Its juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf, right? Teleporting good vibes, right? Yeah, exactly. And feel free, everybody. Hit me up on the Instagram. Okay, I don't always have time to chat, but hit me up on the Instagram for sure. And so you can send me messages. I'll read your messages out as well. Christina, it's been a minute. So good. Yeah, wasn't that a great poem by Midnight Star? Absolutely awesome. All right. All right. So where were we at? Oh, yeah. We're going to give some spiritual cards, some of these spiritual AF messages to our friends that have come today. Okay? Bruce Lee. Whoosh. It used to happen once per program, and now they have this beautiful picture of it in the bar. So it's cool. Yeah, Bruce Lee. We're staying at an Airbnb, and it's Bruce Lee. Afra says, what's coming towards me in love? What is coming towards you in love? Like in the energy of love? Is it a speeding freight train? Is it a man? Oh my God, it's a man! I have a feeling it's a man. Now that we've narrowed it down, let's see what Tarot has to say. Page of Pentacles. Somebody could be. Oh, here we got the triple beam. Page of Pentacles here. Okay. Could be a gift. Somebody could be, or you could be giving a gift to somebody. You know, making someone's day. Maybe you see somebody in the checkout line that is $1 a day late and $1 short to get their eggplant, and you say, "Here's $1. Here's extra 50 cents." You know, maybe you were just tired of waiting, but you know, earnestly you wanted to help them. Could be an act of loving kindness in your future, either coming towards you or coming from you, okay, or moving through you. Something that you're paying forward, very important, okay? The Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, it could be a sizable gift. It doesn't have to be. It could be a small act of kindness as well, which in the New Age monetary, a small act of kindness, that's worth buku bucks on the NYSE. Okay, let's see what else, Afra. Not done with you yet. Okay. 5 of Cups. So this is something that could be asking you to simply turn around. Okay. Could be somebody asking you to look at somebody in your environment. There might be somebody that you know that could be crushing on you, or that maybe the friendship got off to a rocky start, or somewhere where a first impression didn't go so well, and perhaps you're like mending that right now. Okay, so that's what I got for you. It's a little dual card read. Okay, good stuff. What's up? Hi. We have a customer at the bar. Come on up. We got a customer at the bar. Can you see? There he is. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
All right, what can I get for you?
Can I have a Gatorade, please?
Okay, we're out of Gatorade. Didn't I already serve you too much Gatorade? I think you got one in your hand there, sir. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. We can't be over-serving these people or they get out of control. Well, you're at the bar now. You got a story to tell?
Yeah, so me and my dad, we were at this arcade place, and we were done all our games, and we won so many tickets, so we were just getting a bunch of stuff. And there was this little kid and his mom, and they wanted a rocket ship lamp. So, but they couldn't afford it because they didn't have enough tickets, so we gave them the tickets that they needed.
And so you made someone else's day.
We made someone else's day.
Oh, I see. So I heard us talking about it. Well, thanks for coming to the bar tonight. Having a little tarot bar here at AAA Aquarius Airbnb. What do you have, like, legendary? I know legendary people that hang out with me, legendary people that open up their doors, that, you know, hang out with Bruce Lee on the daily. So it's kind of nice to have all that. So thanks to our customer at the bar. That was awesome. All right. It doesn't look like anybody I know. But it's good to have you all here. Yeah, it was kind of neat. Little Elliot, because we asked him for his name. We were literally paying for redeeming the tickets for the small little prizes that you get. And there was someone at the cashier next to us. And all of a sudden it was just like burst into like, and I was like, whoa, what happened there? And then, of course, Mom was there and was like, kind of like went off to the corner, right? And I asked the cashier, I was like, what's up? And I was like, they didn't have enough tickets for that thing, did they? And she was like, no. And so we decided we were going to give up some of our prizes so that we could hook that little guy up, young Elliot, because we asked him, said, what's your name, Elliot? So it was a great moment for the love of the future, right? All kinds of stuff. Yeah, so it's good compassion. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed that. All right. So what's up? We talked to Afra. We haven't talked to Salome yet. Hippie love. It's been a minute. Is it, that's not our hippie with the peace turtle hippie, is it? This is our different hippie love. Compassion is the best. Beautiful story. Hi, Moon in Cancer. Talk about, wow, that's so awesome. Moon in Cancer is here. It's so great to have. I was talking about like Sheila Marie and Beth Christensen, and Moon in Cancer is somebody that's been supporting this channel for a great number of years. So it's very cool to connect with you on this Pisces full moon. Okay. Small Wildflowers, thank you for the humongous send-off on the last live stream. You ask me anything you want tonight, and we'll talk right now. Absolutely. Okay. We'll talk right now. Don't even put a dime in the jukebox, okay? We got the music taken care of, Small Wildflowers. You just hit me with a question, hit me with a subject, whatever you would like. I'm more than happy to start into a conversation with you. Thank you for the huge, beautiful send-off super chat on the last live stream. It was very cool of you. It was very cool. But as people come in, we're taking the level of vibration and energy, and we're making a program out of it. No set structure, as you guys know. No lists, that kind of thing. Absolutely. Hey, yeah, it's good. It's good to see you. I hope everything's doing well. Moon in Cancer, I think she knows a lot about one of my favorite things, and that's food. All right, let's see what the universe would like Hippie Love to know. Okay, thank you for asking, Hippie Love. Let's get you a card up here. Wishing everybody in the chat the best in all things. Okay, Hippie Love, here you go. Oh my God. Calm the F down, okay? Calm the F down. That's what you're meant to know for tonight. This is your card, Hippie Love. 99.9% of your problems will be better handled if you simply calm the F down before you do anything. Try it. Are you butthurt about something? Calm the F down. Are you afraid? Calm the F down. Okay? Is the house on fire? Okay, well, then you can be a little bit out there. Call 911 if that's the case. All right? And then calm the F down. So it wants you to approach things from a much more peaceful, relaxed, like silent witnessing attitude of like being able to just breathe through like any situation, whether it's hype or whether it's other people's projected stuff or whether it's like worry or anything like timelines and stuff like that. Is just saying absolutely just chill right out. Okay, Hippie? All right, so that's cool, especially if you're getting up, if you're getting hype. All right, sometimes hype is too hype. Oh, thanks, Small Wildflowers. You definitely look at some messages from Spirit tonight. That's this deck, Salome. This little one here. It's called Spiritual AF. You can find it in the Impulse Buy portion of your Indigo chapters, I think is where it is. Okay, let's talk to Small Wildflowers for a minute. Consult the man on the wall. The man with the message. All right. Hi, Small Wildflowers. Thanks again. Like I said, you didn't have to put a dime in the jukebox. You put a dime in the jukebox last time, and your song is still playing. But we'll get some cards out for you tonight. Breathe in nice and deep. Feel a little ground. Ooh, something about a bullseye. Something about you hitting your mark. Okay, something about you like kind of like taking aim and also being within the rhythm. Okay, there's like the etheric is kind of wanting you to like elaborate your dance moves or like elaborate like kind of the degree or the level with which you engage with maybe like the esoteric or spirit in itself for some reason. It's kind of the message. It almost says it wants you to like spend more time making your mark or maybe like centering a future point for a future timeline. Okay. Wow. And this is kind of an interesting card to come up from your spirit messages. You've got the card of Trickster. Okay. As always, be wary. This time of year, scamsters are out. You know, people calling your phone, pretending to be someone they're not. This stuff is always going on. And they're evolving and they're getting smarter each and every day. So I want to make sure you guys are always vigilant and on your mark about knowing the level and depth that you have and knowing the amount of protection that you have when we're out here and we're all learning this new technology and this new system all together, all right? Imagine if we turn Trickster into Clickster. This is just maybe a little bit of a forewarning, Small Wildflowers, again. Just be careful what you click on, okay? Some stuff is clickbait, other stuff is like completely tricky, and other stuff gets like can be a little bit tough. So, and with what that feeling I got in innate about the etheric, it's like this becomes about boundaries. All right, the great Terence McKenna once said that, you know, a lot of like spiritual experiences and even you know, detaching from reality, all of this stuff is okay for someone who is okay with letting go of boundaries, but it's not for everybody. Some people, boundaries they're very important to them, and other people, boundaries are meant, there's certain boundaries that have been put in your life that you're meant to overcome, you're meant to tear down, and you're meant to go beyond them. So this card of Tricksters is again saying like, you might be asking yourself, or you might be feeling in time, Small Wildflowers, about how safe you feel at the level of engagement that you're at. And it could be on both sides of the mirror. It could be on both sides of the coin. Both spiritual and like contractual things that put you into the body, that make you go through that 3D pursuits of life. You may want to avoid things that you know have the potential to make you unhappy way down the road. And you may be taking these things into consideration and evaluation. You've also pulled this card, the Spirit Keeper of the North. So there's something about making your mark and about like kind of flying above, rising above, flying up and over it. Like you'll have like this center, but like, okay, this is it. Whatever your goal is, it's saying look past that goal before you even reach it. Okay? Not like entirely, but in part. The Spirit Keeper of the North would say like, okay, you want your first, or you want $2 million? Okay. Ask yourself what 4 would feel like, right? You have a goal of being like the best in the business when it comes to this, that, or other thing. The way to do that is to look at how your life would be beyond that goal. Look at the things that are available to you now that you may be perceiving would be as a direct result of having that goal. And then everything sort of like settles out like a nice still pond for you after that, okay? Hi, Robbins. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, and I hope you're all doing well. Thanks, Christina. Very nice to see you all in here tonight. All right, Mike as well. Okay, very cool. Very cool for this card to come out at the end, Small Wildflowers. That, the card of the flowing river, right? This is the power to flow, okay? And it's just taking me a minute, and then I can't even center in on it because this is the flowing river. You can't center in on this. It's like the message is constant. The message will be forever being given and forever being received. There, like we can feel certain times where life is plateaued, or maybe we just get a minute to just to breathe, like, oh, finally we've arrived, you know, and that sort of thing. But it's like, it never stops, you know. No one's rolling the clocks back here. Nobody's like touching their fingers together like this and stopping time. No, nothing like this. It is just a constant progression and forward movement of all that is. Okay, it's very, and this, if you're looking at areas of self-improvement, small wildflowers, the flowing river wants to offer up to you an idea about your self-improvement actually being self-serving. How self-serving is your self-improvement, right? It's okay. The subtle levels, and you're probably very well aware of these things, the subtle things that people can do. It's like, well, I believe in all religions, right? Or that sort of thing. Well, in a way, it's like, the people in your life that are like, they're saying that, but again, that point of one-upsmanship, right? What's further downriver, okay? You're moving past certain people at this time. And it's like, these people may be trying to cling to you, or maybe trying to ride your wave, or maybe like kind of, you've brought them along for the ride to a certain degree, and you're bringing them along for a ride. It might be time where it's like, that you have to take the fork in the road, the fork in the river, flow your own way and go your own way. Because I do feel that you are kind of like bounding forward. You're moving up and over something that it actually wasn't really an obstacle. It was a preset goal that you've since reevaluated and been like, you know what? Ultimately, to get to where I want to go, I may not even need that goal. I might not even need that. Okay? So that's what that deck is saying. We'll get a few more out for small wildflowers. Thanks again. Balls of light. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Balls of light. I couldn't have said it any better. Thanks, Robbins. It's awesome. Okay. Ooh. Great change on the horizon as well. All right. So you've got an idea here where you know that this life is meant to be transformative. You know that your life to this point and forever. So this is you. In essence, I feel making the necessary changes in your life, looking now at longevity and future lifetimes as well within your wheelhouse of things that you creatively control, that you think about and that you manifest. So it's very nice. So this here, this regimen or whatever you're in, this could be like pranic breathing exercises, I feel, that are serving you very well, or they're asking you to almost like be like a newborn, like a brand new baby, in terms of like your silent witnessing, not getting too engaged and, being caught up in other people and other expressions. This really has you at a point where it's like, you may feel like in this lifetime that there are certain points where you've been left like standing alone, a pillar of strength, like even to a degree, some solitude perhaps, and I'm sorry if that's like, hits home or anything like that, right? The people around you that love you, that you've brought along for the ride, and that you continue to like make it happen for, like that flowing river card, I almost have the feeling like you are the flow, but you may be so afraid to like divert or change because of an innate fear that you might have of the people that you're carrying with you and their ability to adapt to the change that you go through. So you're more than willing and likely to be like, I don't necessarily need to change right now because, keeping so-and-so at peace is way more important. Where Spirit might be saying, like, the dynamics that are being taught to you in your life, they are actually meant to have that ripple effect to things like family, relationships, and other people in your life. So never be afraid to change for yourself out of a fear that you have that somebody that you care for would also have to change, because you're there to shelter them, to nourish them, to shield them, all of that good stuff. Okay, so very interesting in that regard to have that card of change up with the flowing river. It's almost as if like something's changed. Just give me a second, everybody. How's the internet over there?
The internet's fine, but I need to message Mom in order to get my stuff.
Oh, here, use my phone. Sorry, everyone. Messages is right there. There you go. Yeah, you're welcome. Call her if you need. Okay. All right. Small Wildflowers, don't go anywhere. Not done with you yet. Thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a Pisces full moon. What, you didn't think you were going to see me? I'm the old silencer in this business. This is just a tarot news. Tonight on Tarot News, the King of Pentacles has ran amok. Tonight in tarot News, beware full of scamming psychics who claim to be 100% accurate. Right? Nicole, welcome. Nicole, welcome. And I appreciate the community, strong, amazing readers that are here in this community. Okay, anybody that's got tarot, nourish in their name, you're meant to be here. Okay? All right. So, to cap things off for you, here you go. Small Wildflowers. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. Okay? What's that first thing you thought of when you read negative shit? Write that shit down and take some space from it for a week. Okay? Whatever. See what's right here? Negative shit. The negative things in your life. What does that make you think of instantly right now, Small Flower? What is the most negative thing that's just like, in your life? Like, it's negative. It's detracting. It's disillusioning. What is that? It might be me. But whatever it is, saying take a break. Take it, absolutely. Set it down. Write it down and then set it down. And if you find yourself in there thinking about it, return to it. Remember it. Acknowledge it, then forget it. Back to present moment. Okay? These thought forms, these thought patterns, and these emotional mind connections, they can be, but you have control of. They're there and gone. It's there and gone. I'm back. Instantly. 24 million times, or however many seconds there are in a day. I'm back. Instantly. Right? There's no portal. There's no portal. You can jump in the portal. And get teleported. Right? But that sort of thing. Okay. Yes, it has been a while, Nourished. Moon in Cancer, I would like to talk to you, Moon in Cancer. You let me know if you'd like some cards or whatever. I appreciate you for supporting this channel all the way back from 2017. We're rolling into Libra season 2019. We're about to hit it out of the park, okay? The Hunt for Red October. No, not Red October. That's a movie. The World Series is coming up, right? Who cares, right? Who cares? Should I do tarot for football picks? Here's my football picks for the weeks, everybody. Can you imagine? We'll start a second channel doing football picks to pick your husband's favorite team in the NFL. All right. Yeah, here we go. This week covering the spread, the Giants, the 49ers, and Jacksonville. Okay? The Giants to cover, the 49ers to cover, and the Jags to cover. Okay? You heard it here first, folks. All right. If anyone wins big bucks, you write me in on Instagram and let me know. All right. Very nice. Woohoo. Yeah. We don't do lists around here. There's no waiting forever, Donations are not expected. Oh, man. I've been looking around when I get into Wi-Fi at the different channels. It's like people are reading tarot and they give you a close-up shot of their hoo-hoo or their no-no. And then there's like other people that are like conjuring up like bad spirits and stuff like that. It's ultimately out of control. I read one. It's like free readings, donations expected. But it can be whatever your creation, whatever it is. Nourish is in Jacksonville. Well, that's awesome. So glad that you're here. So glad that you're here with us tonight. Jacksonville sucks. All right, Moon in Cancer, here we go. This is for you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Just like loyal subscriber. That's huge to this channel. That's huge. And Nicole, I'm Moon in Cancer. You can't save your face and your butt at the same time. Is there a secret you're keeping? Is ego keeping you from being honest about who you really are? Go ahead and admit where you screwed up. Seriously, we all screwed up in some way. Welcome to being human. You do you, baby. Okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay? And also for Moon in Cancer, you got two, Moon in Cancer. Know the difference between shame and guilt. Guilt equals, I did something bad. Shame equals, I am something bad. Spend today identifying guilt and shame. If guilt comes up, Find a way to make amends. Shame is the devil, and kick it in the dick. Okay? Absolutely. So I'm going to read that for you again, because that's huge for collective. Know the difference between shame and guilt. Guilt, I did something bad. Shame, I am something bad. Spend some time identifying guilt against shame. If guilt comes up, make amends. And shame is the devil, kick it in the dick. Okay? All right. So thanks, Moon and Cancer. You bring such a positive, awesome vibe here. It's so nice to have you. Appreciate that. Okay. Nicole, how are you? Is it getting cold in Alaska? Is it getting cold up there? That's what I need to know. Yeah. That's what I want to know. I want to know how cold it is in Alaska. Yeah, that was a good one. So we're here. We're chilling. Let's see what else we got on the go. Oh, not that one. There we go. That's right. And Moon and Cancer, the feeling I got is that, you just being here, you brought 2 cards that helped everybody, at least just a little bit. Did you get her figured out? No? Oh, so what can I do to help you? Okay, is it going to take a long time? Is the other thing still running? Yeah. Okay. All right, you're good then. Sure, we can be a little crass from time to time. We can do it. All right. Yeah, we're just at the tarot bar tonight. So if anybody's got a question, if anybody wants to jump in the chat, catch my attention, it's a good time to do that. Very awesome of you, all of you that have commented and sent me emails on Instagram. Okay. Yes, do it. I often say we can add shame to that list, but it's accusation and ignorance. That's how I define evil in this world, as accusation and ignorance, okay? And if you ever feel shame, like you're the matter or you're the like that sort of thing, we can all do this inner work, but you were born blessed and beautiful and protected ever since the day you came out of the womb. Everybody is, okay? Unless they void that contract with, the whole, the golden rule thing, right? It's absolutely. The thank you bar with a little bit of thank you water, for sure. We're here today. Tarot TV asks, what's coming up with me and love with Eric? Okay, give me 1 second, Tarot TV. Tarot TV with T. It's a Pisces full moon. They've been coming into your job. Okay, Salome, let me just talk to Tarot TV for a quick minute. No, then I'll talk to you there. Okay, because we're just we're chilling at the bar. Some of my friends, namely Tati Torres Tarot, we saw Crafty Tarot was here, so awesome. And I think Edith are reading live right now too, and they're running the full list. Thanks. This is kind of like the back door part. This is the underground party. This is the tarot bar where you can come and chill. He's been sensitive all this week, right? What sign is your Eric? What sign is your Eric? Because everybody's feeling sensitive. This is a heightened time for nerves on end. It's Pisces full moon. People are feeling intuitive. They're feeling connected. They're feeling psychic. They're acting more like their true selves at this time of year than at any other time of year. Okay. You're still on both lists. That's awesome. But I'll pull some cards, Tarot TV, see what's going on. So what I'm asking everybody is, well, he's a Virgo. Okay. Interesting. Oh, thanks, Moon and Cancer. Appreciate that. You let me know if you need an in-depth reading on anything. I love those energy exchanges when they come in like that. It's appreciated. You help keep the channel strong. Okay. Okay. Tarot TV with T. The sensitivity is associated with some stress. Okay. This person might be worried about timelines and timetables, getting things done on time. This person might be feeling the weight of the world and certain stress, and it might not even have anything to do with you. And again, when we want to look at Virgo, in Virgo, the Pisces new moon, it's like, yeah, they can have the ability to give you a bit of a cold shoulder for you don't even know what you did, and all of a sudden you're out in the cold, okay? And that's just not for Virgo. This is like a feeling from the earth energy going on, okay? And with your Leo, you might be feeling like, hopefully he's not taking anything out on you, but you might get the feeling that the reason that you're getting the cold shoulder or getting erratic behavior and sensitive reactions is because of you. But there's a lot more at play in this person's mind and with this person's work and the amount of stress that they put themselves under. This is self-induced stress. Okay, well, all stress is self-induced, but this person might not just be aware enough to understand with this Ten of Wands that it is them. They feel obligated and they feel trapped or tied down. Could be due to like I say, a timeline or a contract. Deadline, that's the word I'm looking for, as well. They could be worried about something like health-wise could be going on that they haven't been fully open with you about. Okay? Could be something like bothering them. Could be like a simple as like a sore knee to a sore shoulder, or just like a little bit of discomfort in the physical body. That just, they don't go limping, but at the same time, they take that energy and then they start limping emotionally, or they start limping with how short they are with other people, because there might be a little bit of physical pain under the surface as well. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question, Tarot TV with T. Enjoy your readings from Tatiana and from Edith. Okay, big shout out to Tatiana Taurus Tarot, network sponsor of this channel. She's so awesome, everyone. Okay? All right. I would certainly love some of that at some point, for sure. And you guys, if you want private readings, the things are just right there. There's Patreon and there's Instagram. My Instagram, both are Legendary Tarot. You can find me at both of those under the same name. And if you reach out to me there, we can work out things. I can just get you a private reading. If you donate Super Chat here, want a private reading there. Or if you want to work out how the private readings work, just get in touch with me by one of those two methods, okay? I also have an email in the description box down below. Thanks, everybody, for sending me your emails. Okay, that's really great. Give me a second here. Whoa. You guys hear Puppy? Losing it up there. There we go. Technical difficulties, everyone. Isn't it great? Uh-oh. Now we're having real technical difficulties. No. Bear with me, everyone. There we go. I'm just like, dead air. Welcome, everyone. Sorry. See what's going on. All right, we're back. Sorry, you guys were probably never left, but for me, everything got jumbled up. And again, I'm just an old boy with new technology. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. All right. Yeah, she's pretty good. Not just pretty good, really good. Excelente, as a matter of fact. All right, technical difficulties are continuing. We'll get it figured out, though. Miss her in the live stream. Okay, so Moon and Cancer, would you just like some cards right now? I could do a 7-card spread for you. Thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Okay, so we're good? Excellent. Thanks for letting me know, Small Wildflowers. All right. For Moon and Cancer now, let's get some cards up on the board. If you don't mind, Moon and Cancer. And then Salome, we're going to talk to Salome. So yeah, how do you deal with someone that's under stress, that's maybe taking it out on you or doing that erratic behavior? The best is just to let them be at times. You offer your warmth, your nourishment when you can, right? But if they're not willing to engage with it, or if their behavior is so erratic, you can't press that help. Even if it's a help, you can't press it upon them, right? It's like that old, say like, here, let me save you from drowning, said the monkey to the fish as he was putting it in the tree, right? Sometimes you just have to let them be. Absolutely. Okay, going to cut the cards now for Moon and Cancer. Now let's see what's going on. Nice to be here at the tarot bar. I'm not going to lie. We ever get, I was liking the tunes. Maybe that's where it was like, things were going awry. All right. 1 second. And I will cut your cards. Here we go. I have to have that vibe. I have to feel that vibe. Here it comes. We're back. All right. Maybe. Gotta have it. Oh yeah, here we go. Sorry folks. Old man with computer. There we go. All right. Sorry for the pause, everyone. All right, here we go. We're very off the cusp. Very like raw and real and nitty gritty. It's the way YouTube should be. Everything's so polished nowadays. It's like, should be a good bartender and polish all these glasses. All right, let's have a look and see what's up for you. Wishing everybody in the chat the best in all things. Peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, happiness, well-being, health, wealth, love, nourishment, all of it, okay? Wow, there's that Moon in Cancer coming right off the top. Chariot card reverse. This moon, this watery moon connection, you've even been maybe like inspired to come in and check us out. You might be feeling very intuitive again, and you might be feeling like certain abilities or in my knowingness of your gifts that you have, Moon in Cancer, you may be feeling that strong pull or that desire to go back in and engage with that, and it may be of great service to somebody. You might find yourself actually helping somebody become unstuck from a situation in the very near future, okay? Up next, Page of Wands. This could be like somebody that you're crushing on. This could be like a romantic interest that you have, somebody that's kind of like captivated you as of lately. That's kind of like, there's a youthful feeling that's returned to you. Again, you may have something that kind of like got you into a bit of a throwback where it's like, you be feeling like you're 18 again, you know, paradise by the dashboard light kind of thing. And again, it could be longing for a new avenue or a breakthrough, something that you're willing to step into, a new passion at this time. Very nice Page of Pentacles there. Okay. Up next in the willpower, there's a decision that you've put off for far too long. However, okay, Moon in Cancer, this decision, whatever that was, that you've just been like absolutely delaying, procrastinating, or like kind of pushing into the dark corner of a closet, this Two of Wands is saying it's time now, because if you don't move on your own countenance right now, you may find yourself ending up having to react to the environment or to somebody else's, okay? So that's interesting. Four of Swords up here as well. Your heart is ready to jump out of your body. Even your heart is ready to jump for joy. Your heart is ready to like see new things, make new friends, be with new people. It's a great time for you, Moon in Cancer. I feel for you, if you're looking to break out of rhythms, you know, and start networking in different ways, start reaching out in different ways. This is really a card about your heart reaching out. And it could be for like your own path, your own experience. There's a lot of focus coming in for you about the experience that is in the day, in the week, even within the hour, making the most of your time to draw the most fulfillment through each and every day. The Four of Swords up in the heart energy is all about that, okay? You may find like your walls are coming down And there could be passion here with a fire sign as well. I see this coming up. There might have been like a fling or a summer romance, or it might be even a little bit more longer term than that. It's something that it just kind of like surfaces and then it like falls away again. You might have that kind of relationship with someone where it's like when you're drawn to one another and you come into it, or this could be as well just somebody that it really wants the best for you and wants to help you and assist you along your way. You could be finding that communication with your fire signs is very pertinent and important, and you want to make sure that that these fire signs are understanding the level of mutualism, like scratch your back and if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. And then it's like always about the proof being in the pudding, and you won't be let down with this. There is somebody or something coming to your service here. Okay, absolutely. All right, wow, this is awesome. You've got the card of fate in reverse. Okay, you've got the hangman reverse. So this could be about you, feeling a little bit stuck, feeling a little bit too rigid, too locked in, too locked up. Like this person is not feeling free, or perhaps this is you, which knows that you can't, that you need to find a certain balance with what you're doing because of could be work-life balance, or it could be in vacation versus how much you're putting in versus how much you're able to take out. It almost has this reversal on this almost has a Six of Pentacles feeling, a Six of Pentacles energy to it. But really this hangman reverse in this situation is, even though you've got your goals and your options and your career and stuff set, this is saying big picture, and be wary of, people in your environment that would have you say or do things that are against your own best interest. Watch out for game players, all right, at this time as well. And if you do that, fall successful, look at this. Your capstone card is a Nine of Cups. You're about to be feeling fulfilled if you're not already. If you're feeling this fulfillment, recap what it took to get you there, and then continue to allow it to grow and to prosper. This is a long-lasting energy. This is an energy, this is gifts from the universe, gifts from source, okay? And the Nine of Cups, being as experienced, like Jimi Hendrix experienced in all that life has given you so far. You're at that point in life where you're like, I have it. Now what's next? I have everything that I need. I can help now. I can move forward. I can push forward and do whatever you want to do for all the rest of your days that you're given in this lifetime. And if you spend each and every one of them with that level of experience that you do, and in that moment of I'm ready to create what's next. I'm ready to make what's next happen, rather than all the stuff that's happened in your life up to that point where it's the world happened to you. Now you begin to happen to the world. And there's a lot more fulfillment in all of that. Nine of Cups, a very beautiful capstone card there, Moon in Cancer. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. I'm not done with you yet. I want to get you a Sacred Power card up. Okay. Excellent. From the Divine Counterpart. Working on 3D live. Yeah, interesting. Okay. This is your Power Oracle card. You've pulled the card of Illusion. All right. So again, I really want to check in with you, Moon in Cancer, and say this balance. Okay, this being able to see the dual path, sort of the yin and the yang to everything. If something becomes too overwhelming, the message is to step out of it as soon as you can for further evaluation. You wanting to evaluate everything for longevity as it moves in over this next little while, okay? Excellent. Good cards, though. Good reading, for sure. There's just all the little stuff. And I'm sure you're really hip to the whys, or you know all that good stuff about the stuff we talked about, right? That's that intuitive connection. Moving through. All right. Yeah, it's never easy, is it? I love that on a t-shirt. It's never easy. It's not meant to be. If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? That's why it's 7 billion people, maybe 7,000 of us hang out in these awesome communities. And of that, maybe only 70 of us are really at a point where it's like, wow, this all makes sense. And then so you can see why it's not easy. It's not meant to be. Because you imagine one lifetime to the next. Where would you like to grow? What would you like to fix? What would you like to do? But if you pick something that was easy, then you'd know, because you'd be riding a train, you'd be on that with everybody else. You'd be doing all those things. Okay? But then when you jump to the next level and you're like, I've got this. I've spent whatever it is, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whether you're millennial, baby boomer, Gen Xer, doesn't matter. And you're done with the world happening to you. And you're at a place where it's like, you've fought, you might have got knocked down, and then you recovered, and you're like, now I'm at a place where I can begin to happen to the world on my terms. Okay? Not everything, not 100%, but that's never an easy thing. It's never an easy journey, because it's like we spoke in Small Wildflowers reading. It's like when we have those acts of self-improvement, when we do these things on a very subtle level, when we become the silent witness, ask yourself, can I go beyond? Can I witness the silent witness? You've dropped ego now. And ego, gets a bad rap. Because it is. It takes over everything and makes people become disillusioned. But ego is actually the thing that keeps you, like say when you sit down at a meal, it keeps you from trying to feed your spaghetti to somebody else. It knows that your fork needs to go into your mouth. Like that is like full ego. But when you step away from that, like a sage or like somebody who has shut the ego mind down, and is like, I don't react like that anymore. It doesn't bother me. It's not even me. It's like, be like water. I'm not even me, right? But then you're like, okay, well now I'm the silent witness of the ego. I have more creative control and all this new awareness and all that stuff. But then the ego jumps right on there. Latches right on there. Says, aha, I'm here now. You got there, I got there too. I'm the ego, right? So then it's like you have to take that third step. Another step above. Okay. Good luck in getting the baby to sleep, Small Wildflowers. Appreciate you for being in here. Thanks for the super chat. It was really awesome. And if we're still on in a little while, jump back in. Thanks again. That's huge. I look forward to uploading some more messages as days go by. We'll still think of you, Small Wildflowers. Thanks so much. All right. So as we move along, the artist formerly known as Tarot, just Tarot. I'm going to pull a card for Tarot and for Collective. Then we'll talk to Christina. Thanks, Moon in Cancer. You're awesome. You are so awesome. And sorry, I'm not on Facebook anymore, Moon in Cancer. I know we used to connect there. I'm not there anymore. But you can find, if you do the Instagram thing, please find me. I would love to share some. You used to post all the most amazing photos. Okay, so thanks so much. Okay, this is for you, Tarot. Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Okay, courage is knowing that it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. We just talked about this. That's why life is hard. Okay. What is the difference between courage and stupidity in your life? A big part of adulting is not crossing a line where your rebelliousness turns into recklessness. The people who ride this line most gracefully usually have a clear eye on their values and a good friend or two that can tell you when you're being a dumbass. If you can't decide if you're being brave or stupid, call a friend. But don't call your friend a dumbass. It's so funny. It reminds me of the 70s show where Red used to call Eric dumbass. All dumbass, dumbass. Very inspiring. It's awesome. It's really good stuff, right? It's really cool. And, I'm just being me, right, today. And you might not want to mess with me today. You might not want to mess with me. Told you, we've got the power cosmic going on here. You don't want to mess with this guy. Because I get mad really quick. Just kidding. Okay, thanks. I'll be sure to hit the friend button for sure. Thanks, Moon in Cancer. Christina, are you still here? Christina L. Oh, yeah. That was an awesome card. How are you, Christina? It's been a while, and I wanted to say hi to you tonight as well. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We'll thank our sponsors really quick. The good people at the Real Thank You Water who remind you, when you think water, think thank you. Then you can have a drink. Releases the anti-aging ingredients. You start to feel young from the inside out. Live your life in appreciation and enjoy it with Thank You Water. Found everywhere that water is. Good stuff. To our network affiliate, Tati Torres Tarot, who is live right now as well. To Denise Lynn, who created these beautiful native spirit cards that we have. And in Christina, I was going to ask if I could pull you a native spirit card, if that'd be okay. Appreciate you. And Jeanette, was Nicole here? I want to talk to Nicole too. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm so happy that you're here. It's really good. Takes me a while when I get engaged in the chat to say hi to get around to everybody. That's how we try and do it with no list. Just chilling vibes. Absolutely. And it's not going to be too long of a stream tonight. It's one night only. We're going to be back again in another couple weeks. An hour and 20. Oh, we got some time left. That'll be good. We've got some time left. Okay, great. To the good people at AAA Aquarius Airbnb, they're amazing. They even let me vape in here. It's the best, I'm so blessed to know other legendary people. And you are, in my eyes, all legendary beings. Thank you so much for being, for existing, for happening to this world. Okay? You happened. That's kind of like the theme for tonight in this full moon. World's not happening to you. Thank you for happening to the world. Okay? And all that you do. Okay, wow. Very nice, Christina. Nature spirit was that of Grandmother Earth. Okay? As we say goodnight to small wildflowers. Thanks for doing that. The vibe you bring is that of nourishment, nurture, wealth, and abundance. Okay? Pattern and rhythm. Look at the patterning that shows up here. Your recognition of these patterns, of these times, right? Sunrise to sunset, heaven and earth, right? These are the intangible thought forms, the one where the mind ceases to have control and prana takes over. The Grandmother Earth and you, that part of you that identifies and aligns with your cosmic positioning here on this planet. It's like your spiritual GPS, okay? Your Grandmother Earth is like the GPS. There's no need to reach farther, to reach anywhere. The only thing we do is we grow our roots deeper, and we grow out. Do we ever really portal anywhere? Are we going through a portal? Nah, here we are in the center of our living room, or the center of the universe. It's like one and the same. And the Grandmother Earth is there just saying, thanks for being a part of it. I want to watch you grow. Thank you for being a part of me. Thank you for nourishing me. And thank you for allowing yourself to be nourished. A very beautiful card from Grandmother Earth in the native spirit. Yeah, it's a wicked awesome card. It's really good. For sure. And let's do Ange. Thanks for being a moderator. Salome, I still haven't talked to you yet. Salome, let me talk to Ange, and then I will. And then I know we have your question. We're gonna get you out a question. We can get into it. All right. All right. Nice. Ange, this is really nice. I like this card. It's kind of like I get this picture of you with those pictures you sent me of you looking out over the landscape from your beautiful porch. Whether it's, rainy or a beautiful day outside, you have to maybe sometimes get out of the hot sun or get out of the rain. And, it's like the care. And this particular space, when you sent those pictures to me, that particular space that I saw, it really reached out to me to let me know that it's like that is a place where you can really receive and be in a point of retreat and stillness and harmony with nature. There's a lot of harmonious things going on with nature. Everything is like fully matured, fully grown, and fully at the peak or the pinnacle of their season, right? So this is about you maybe like getting things together and like kind of like battening down the hatches for like the winter months and things of that nature, and really like pouring a ton of heart, a ton of care, and a ton of like surprising. You might even find something surprising on or about that particular property. It's really nice. But this is meant to be your retreat. It's meant to be your bastion. And the nature that's around you, it doesn't end where the patio ends. You know, this is very much about you owning every single inch of it, okay? Because it's yours and you deserve it, you know? And if somebody's not coming correct, you just boot them. You just kick them right out. You say, no, not, I'm retreating here, right? If you're pushing while I'm retreating, you know, you might have to turn around and shove back at some point in time. But make sure boundaries are established and well communicated. Okay? Very nice card for you, Ange. All right. Really cool. Salome. A forever vacation. Yeah, I like that. Well stated. Forever vacation. Right? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Salome, did you have a question? Or did you just want a card? The other ladies? It's a lot of, there's a lot of land and creek that runs around the property. It's awesome. Oh, great. There's a creek there too? That's beautiful. It's really awesome. Yes, nature is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Have your own place where nobody can ever come at you. You don't have to deal with landlords and stuff like that. It's beautiful. That'd be the dream. Well, you can have it. You know, the price doesn't even have to be right. You know, begin today. Write it down on a piece of paper that is the dream. You know, these small steps of manifestation, things we can do to attract them. Okay. How is my Pisces divine counterpart feeling about me currently? Okay. Well, they're I find pretty content and happy just in the sign alone. Okay. It's actually not a bad time to engage with your Pisces. If you haven't been in communication, Salome, now is the time to talk to them. Okay. You've been in separation, but it's harder when they're around. It's a great week. Like, these next couple days are a great day to connect with your Pisces friends. Absolutely. But you're going to have to kind of allow them to be. You can't, interact with your Pisces friends and then be like, okay, well, because they're just going to be them. They're going to be themselves. They're going to be the fullness of themselves for the next little while. So if you want, it's a great time to get in touch with them or to get them thinking. Okay, but it's not a great time to like make plans for them or to try to direct them in any way. Hopefully that makes sense, Salome. Okay, you can be around them and it has potential for very harmonious time, especially to see into what they're, and get a true glimpse unto them. Okay, right here. Let me put this up. He's a romantic fool, okay? And I have a feeling like he tends to overthink what's happened, or you tend to have been like overanalyzing or been too much in their head about the actual relationship. Okay, the division, the chips haven't hit the floor yet. Okay, the juggler has not dropped the juggling balls as of yet. Okay, there is still an ability for this connection to be strong and for you guys to be peas and carrots, or two peas in a pod. But one of you is far too much in their head about it, okay? And I think this person, your Pisces friend, they might be being like very analytical, very critical, and very left brain about like, XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, rather than just to let the power of love be the power of love in their life. They get in their head too much about the romance itself or the idea of like what marriage is or what marriage could be. So this person is like a little bit detached emotionally, I feel, and they're very much kind of like in their head, but they haven't lost sight of you. You mean a lot to this person. Okay, Salome? So, and in regards to your own healing process, let's just get a nice card up for you, a couple cards, okay? Because we love to promote that stuff that they call healing. Deepak says healing and spiritual enlightenment are one and the same. They're the same thing, right? It can be tough. You just kind of have to let them be right now, Salome. That would be my advice to you, just in regards to dealing with them. Know that you mean a lot to them, but you need to like kind of like allow them to figure this stuff out, not on their own necessarily, but in their own way, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Here it is, Salome. This could be the day you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do. So what's that thing that you think of when you read this card? That self-destructive thing that you do. What do you think of? Okay, that's what it is. There it is. Now imagine what it would be like to stop doing that thing, like right now. Think of who you could ask for help because you could have stopped on your... If you could have stopped doing it on your own, you probably already would have. Now, call that person and ask them for help. Okay? Love that saying. So even if just like thinking about this person feels like it causes a delay in your healing process, you have to put it out of your mind. King of Swords reverse. You have to kick it out the door. Like we've been saying throughout this program, acknowledge it, and then forget it. And then return to the present moment. Okay? Do so with breathing or whatever you can do. All right? Could be anything that's self-destructive. Any point of healing, whether it's like something physical that you can take in or like thought forms that arrive or thought patterns that leave you feeling stressed out or like on a long negative path to you travel down 9 out of 10 nights when you fall asleep. The mind takes you on that journey. You just want to like rip the chainsaw on that a little bit. Cut it right off. Cut it right out. Okay. Now, Deepak's in a city really close to you right now. Interesting. Okay. And one more message of healing, please, for Salome F., longtime contributor of the channel. Appreciate you, Salome F. This is nice. Rainbow Dragon. Embrace the change. Okay. This could be like you like doing things to like kind of like make you feel vibrant again. If you've felt like, you know, things are a little bit lackluster in your environment, you kind of have to be like the paint on the canvas. You have to be that expressive part of yourself, or it's asking you to let go of fears and instead of thinking about what could have been or what you don't have, choose self at this time and choose to express. Okay. Oh, sure. Certainly it has. You know, for many of us that are, or you guys, I should say, that are not in the water signs, it could be a very emotional sign. For the water signs, it's actually a more of an analytical, intuitive, like, you know, let's press forward, that sort of thing, right? The water signs have a bit of like an edge during these times where it's like, there can be like, bloop, I know what's going on. I know. You know, I've seen this before. I've felt this before. I know what it's like, right? I know what it's like. Welcome, D. Lovely, to the program. Your moon is in Scorpio. Well, yeah, you have a lot of feeling. Me too, Salome. So you do, if you're not recognizing, you do have the ability to actually place your intuitive mind past this, which is pulling on the emotional strings, and then guiding your mind on like that fishy journey, like down that way, right? It's like, did you leave your pants at the bar? Welcome, Citron and D. Lovely. So nice to have you here. Hey, you guys. Oh, Bruce Lee moment. It's Bruce Lee, everyone. Whoosh! Happens once a program. Yeah. Used to happen once a program. It's very cool stuff. Okay. And that's what we're doing tonight. And two of my favorite people, Citron and D. Lovely. Thanks so much for being here. D. Lovely, thanks for sending the emails. Thanks, you guys. for reaching out to me. Appreciate you for coming on to the program tonight here at the Tarot Bar. We're not... we're doing whatever we want. We're vibing in the way that we would like. Okay. Let's see what we got. For D Lovely now. Okay, D Lovely. Accept the good in your life and know that you're a delight. Okay. Let me put this up here. Accept the good in your life and know that you're a fucking delight. Once you notice the good shit going on in your life, more good shit starts happening. Okay? Goodness is like that. G-O-O-D. It's good. Right? Recognize it, realize it when it comes, and make it more real. And make it happen more often. Because that's a keyness. The awareness of when good things are happening and be like, yes! And then that appreciation of like, thank you. Yes! Thank you. Those are those like awareness that it's happening, appreciation that it's happening. Every little tidbit of goodness that you can do that to, more starts coming. And then before you know it, goodness is just like, it's everywhere. You feel it all over. Right? All right. Yeah, D and Citron, welcome. We did say peas and carrots, didn't we? All right, Citron. Next is for you. Okay. Citron, this one's for you. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Okay? You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. You know how you can tell someone is taking advantage of you? You feel like shit after you give it to them. That shit isn't healthy for anyone. Put the matches down and back away. They can get warm on their own. Now go do something kind for yourself. That's a better service to the world anyway. Okay? You don't have to go out of your way for someone that you know darn well would not do the same for you. You know? It's okay. You just want to be a nice person. I get it. You just want to do what's right. You want to do what makes the situation easier, right? That sort of thing. So there's that old saying, it's better to be nice than to be right. To a point. Right? If you know that person would never return that, stand in your power. Be right about the fact that maybe today, you do something that helps promote your cause or your message rather than that thing that like boosts somebody else up. Absolutely. Sigh in the fire. Absolutely. He's like, the fuck? So yeah, don't set yourself on fire just because somebody else feels like they've been left out of the cold, right? It's okay, you can empathize. You want to help, right? But if it's like at the end of the action movie where they go to they see the villain is hanging onto the cliff, all of his accusation and all of his ignorance and all of that, and his shame finally breaks through and the evil villain's hanging off the cliff, And the hero goes down and is going to be like, I'm going to save you anyways. You know that villain's going to reach up and grab the hero's hand and throw him down off the cliff too. Because what is that? Tiger doesn't change his stripes, right? Or the old proverb about the boy and the rattlesnake. Rattlesnake asks the boy to carry him to the top of the mountain. He says, nah, I can't. You're a rattlesnake. And rattlesnake's like, no, I'll promise I won't bite you. And so the boy does it, gets a rattlesnake all the way to the top of the mountain. What does the rattlesnake do? Bites the boy anyways. Because it's a rattlesnake, right? Yep. That's so awesome. Yeah, they're pretty good. I'll get you one for tonight, Ange. Telling you the same thing. She's a smart lady, Citron. She's a very smart lady. Dee, thanks for the beautiful pictures and the beautiful messages that you've been posting and sending my way on Instagram. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. And through the comments of the daily videos that I've been doing out. When you guys comment on those, it really warms my heart each and every day. When I'm out there on the edge of tomorrow and in the middle of nowhere, we're back into a place at this beautiful Aquarius AAA Airbnb. So we tapped into the Wi-Fi and we could come live and say hi to all our friends tonight. It was pretty fun. Pretty good stuff. All right. And it's been a minute. We saw a lot of people that we haven't seen in a while. All right. Here you go, Ange. Thanks for commenting on how awesome these cards are. Okay, because you're not wrong. These are awesome cards. Okay, here you go, Ange. Meditation. Okay, meditation. Lots of people say they don't know how to meditate. You're no longer allowed to be one of those people. Okay? See what happens. That's what the Buddha did, and then do it some more. Right? One thing I noticed, Ange, is you have such beautiful, like, presence etiquette. Can I call it presence etiquette in the chat rooms? Like, you come in and you let me know you're around, and then when people get chatting and talking, you, like, let them do their thing, and, like, you might be off listening in the background, you come back in and you say hi. It's awesome. Take these skills to your own level of self-talk, right? Because, like, the last part about STF for a few minutes, don't worry about that, okay? But that's for yourself. That bit about when the thoughts lead into one another, and it begins, like, a little bit of momentum, and you got to catch yourself to be like, damn, my mind just, like, took me on this, like, journey, right? All this stuff, why is it all surfacing? And then it gets you into more different thoughts. It's like hitting that 0 point. Like I said, getting the chainsaw, cutting it off right then and there. Acknowledge, right? And it comes from these pranic exercises, right? Like a newborn baby. That's all you have to look at, like a newborn baby. All it does is breathe and witnesses. There's no expression. It's just pure essence of being and doing that stuff. Okay? Absolutely. All right. Is anybody else hiding out in the chat? Love to engage with any of you that are here. Tati and Edith are both live right now, and lots of people over there getting their reading. This is really good. But if there's anybody else in the chat room that I could touch base with, it'd be really great before we decide to call last call. Last call. Right? Yeah, those cats are cute. They're working cats. You can hear me through your phone? Oh, cool. You guys on Instagram, right? It's awesome. There's Christina. Christina Corns. Welcome. Welcome, Christina. Do you have a question? Or did you just want another? Let me know what kind of card I could help you out with. Okay, Denise Lynn made this beautiful Nature Spirit cards. We acknowledge Denise Lynn tonight. Tarot. I got Tarot Luminality. I haven't even touched that deck yet. Sacred Power Oracles. And the Spiritual AF card. Oh, thanks, Christina. It's awesome. Oh, and Robin's Robes readings. Will I be able to get the mobile home? Okay, let's have a look, Robin's. We'll just pull some cards for this. All right. Christina Corns, a card. Okay, Robin's, I'm just going to pull a card for Christina, and then I will answer your question. Thanks so much, Robin's. And thanks, Christina. You let me know. Okay. We're going to do a menagerie of cards, because she said a card, Christina. All right, here you go. The Knight of Swords, okay? There's going to be some quick moving activity coming in for the end of Virgo season, moving into Libra season. You might have to find yourself kind of like lacing up your bootstraps a little bit, Christina. Okay? Page of Swords say whatever is coming in quick. There's going to be fast moving energy around you, okay? So make sure you're remaining sort of subtle, dynamic, and ready to play. Ready to bring your A game at all time over the next 2 weeks, okay? All right, and a spiritual card for Christina Corns. Yeah, you've got this as well. The Spirit Keeper of the North. Okay, make sure that you're making the most of the time. The Spirit Keeper of the North is one of the greatest teachers in that what you learn in the North, like the far North, is that if you're not ready, you know, Father Sky, Grandmother Earth, they go through changes. It gets cold fast, okay? So like the old proverb of the grasshopper and the ant, you know, don't spend your too much time in futile things. Make sure the things that you're doing right now are very practical, Christina. Okay, that's what the Spirit Keeper of the North, it's asking you to be practical, to be ready. It's not that you have to be defensive, but it's like you have to sort of like lace up the bootstraps a little bit and be ready to accomplish things and take things on head on. Whatever it is, now is not the time to procrastinate or to let things slide at all at any point right now. Okay, Christina? So that's coming in from you. You've got the native spirit of the north. Ooh. And you have also pulled this card of illusion, Christina. Okay. So when it comes to this, it's saying, as you learn about new things, and if you ever feel yourself struggling, keeping like a foot in each world, right? Or you're feeling too distracted, it's up to you to define for yourself what you allow to have power in your own life and in your own path, okay? Because if it's having power in your life and it has no business having power in your life, it is a complete distraction. It completely could get you off course. So this is Spirit asking you to define for your life what is real, what is powerful, what is meaningful unto you. So when you see this card, it's like, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, like when she says to David Bowie, like the things that have no power over you, just acknowledge that they have no power over you, right? And then they won't. Okay, very interesting. But you have to like be assertive and quick, very much like this guy. Very much like this guy. You have to be quick to like pull the trigger on these things, right? Otherwise you get caught in sometimes these vicious circles or these catch-22, loop 10, that sort of thing. Okay? Yeah. And one more for Christina, okay? And then we'll answer Robin's question about the mobile home, okay? Here we go. This is kind of, and yeah, this kind of goes along right with what we said. Let me go back here. Let me just go back to this. Okay, Christina Corns, be the change you wish to see. Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one who sees what's wrong with the world. And who knows that the difference between being an activist and being a whiny-ass complainer is action. A-C-T-I-O-N, action. You want the world to be more kind? Then be so kind to the people in your life. You hate litter bugs? Pick up some trash. Can't stand judgmental blowhards? Quit judging them for being so judgmental. It really is kind of that simple. Okay? These cards kind of tend to pick people apart or out you a little bit. So we're here for the healing. We're here for the awareness. We're not here to just tell people what they want to hear. That'd be silly. That'd be counterproductive to the whole mission statement of the channel. Okay, Robin's Realms readings. Let's go with the Illuminati Tarot for you. Okay, about the mobile home. Wishing you all the best in all things: peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, happiness. Okay, and thanks to Robin's Realms readings and all the moderators who have come tonight. Appreciate you for sitting down with me at the tarot bar. Okay, all right. And then after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 12 cards for 12 signs. And that'll be that. Okay? It'll be really fun. Big hugs back to you. Oh, and Christina. Yeah. Wow. This is what came up, Robins. I'm going to pull one more. But this flipped out. Okay? The Prince of Pentacles. Okay? The Page of Pentacles. All right? So I see this like, if this doesn't happen right away, if this isn't the one, this isn't the end of the journey, okay? This could be you getting it. This, like, the price is right on this sort of stuff. I feel like everything here is kind of delivered in fairness, and make sure that nobody takes advantage of the level of desire that you have, like in terms of like price hikes. Be very aware and careful of things like hidden costs, or make sure that you're like kind of reading the fine print on a lot of stuff. Move carefully and slowly, and then it shouldn't be an issue. But I'm going to pull another couple cards just for confirmation and clarity. Okay. Wow. 10 of Cups, Robins. It's been a long time coming. And make sure you read the fine print. But to me, these cards are a yes. You are like having sanctuary. You are having like your place, this place, or this thing that you want, fulfillment of desires or bliss, right? Coming. So these are yes cards to me in a purely like financial purchasing type situation. Okay? So Robbins, I hope that helped. Okay. You've been observing. Yeah, be that silent witness, right? And then, and it's okay. It's kind of a neat message. And we're all guilty of it to like certain subtle levels. It's like when you try and improve yourself, ultimately, do you ever? Because the act of improving yourself is a selfish act. So if you're trying to be a less selfish person, or if you can like just can't get with other people's, there's something about that person, it just bugs you and you don't know what it is, and you can't like go out and say, hey, you're wrong, or you rubbed me the wrong way, because this just wouldn't be fair. It's just like, where did that come from? There's these certain subtle levels of acceptance, right, to that Christina and Christina, sorry, say Christiana. Yeah, you're most welcome, Robbins. Thanks again for all the emails that you've sent me on the comments on the videos. I appreciate them so much to hear you, and I hope to be able to keep doing more for you, for those of you that have enjoyed those thoroughly. Okay? What is this stuff going on here? All right. Right, we're going to pull some cards for the 12 signs now. So get your astrology caps on, folks, because after that, we'll see if anybody else jumps in, but it's pretty much time for last call at the old tarot bar. And I want to thank Moon in Cancer and Small Wildflowers for their gracious gifts to the channel. Campfire and wine, absolutely. If I had some more time. Don't worry, well, it'll be another couple weeks, and then I should be back in your face again. All right? All right. Aries, this is what came out. This is a story for Aries, okay? 5 of Swords reversed. Aries, if you're in a dogfight, if you're feeling like you can't get up, like you feel like you've given too much, and you feel like, teams are breaking down and things are breaking down all around you, stuff like that. Other people, like, maybe not being as loyal as they once said they would be, or maybe your loyalties are shifting, Aries, okay? It's kind of like, remember, that ideal that you have, Aries, that's like, might have been formulated in the past, and it might not fit in the present moment, okay? A lot of them feeling stuck, and don't worry, Aries. It's not selfish to want to take time for you. You're not a machine, right? You're absolutely not a machine. And again, this could be about you saying, I need more room to operate, I need more leverage, and I need to take the time to get it before I move forward on a particular thing, all right? 7 of Wands, but it's a nice time. You're feeling the love, you're feeling the ability, you want to connect at those deep levels, and our awakened Aries friends, there's nothing more awesome than a fully awake Aries. It's beautiful. They can channel your great grandma, they can do it, there's so much gifts of spirit for our friends in Aries when they truly come from that point of an open heart. So hopefully, Aries, you're living in the present moment, in the present day, the present now, okay? And the Wheel card is up here, so that's nice. The status quo, Aries, for you, things are going to change. The way things have been, they're almost up. Time is almost up on something, Aries. You're going to find big changes in regards to the workplace, okay? All right, so yeah. If you need a change of pace, give yourself the permission to do it, Aries, okay? Give yourself the permission, and then if you have to ask somebody else, if it's a work situation or a family situation, first give yourself permission. Then it's not so hard to be like, yo, I need a little bit more time for me. I need a little bit more time to do what I want to do, all right? And that sort of thing. All right, Taurus, what's up, Taurus? Okay. These are real readings. These aren't real readings. These are the real readings, okay? Timeless stuff. Whenever you're watching, hopefully it's the right time, okay? Just going to cut them up here so we can get what we need for a sign of Taurus. All right, Taurus. It's giving us some. All right, Taurus. Taurus, you're being fair, and it's kind of what's called for, but your fairness is reaching out to other people. You're being more than fair to other people in your realm, in your room, in your journey? When are you going to step out of that comfort zone, Taurus, and actually do what your spirit's long been calling for, to give you a breakthrough, or for you to actually feel your liberty, to feel your liberation in your life, Taurus, rather than kind of sticking with what you know? It's kind of like a karmic thing that's come about here. It's nice. You recently, or you will be dropping off a lot of stress. You will be like moving away from things that you once worried about. A lot of things are going to sort of like, you hate to say work themselves out, but in essence, 10 of Wands reversed, don't worry. Some of these things that you're confronted with right now are actually going to work themselves out, no matter what you do about them. Okay? 7 of Cups up for you as well, Taurus. So this is, again, I would choose the road less traveled, or step out of your comfort zone. It doesn't mean you have to be afraid of it. It's just about you being willing to be dynamic and transformational enough within yourself to like try these new things, to increase your levels of fulfillment, right? If something's been draining, too stagnant, too stuck, it's a good time. It's a harmonious time for you to do about it, all right? And you may just need to sort of like find out what other people truly want. Not what they say they want. Not what they told somebody else that they want, right? Not how they act as if what they deserve, but truly kind of looking at the motives of people and determining from yourself, even though they say they want this, they truly might want that. Okay, so that's kind of neat for Taurus. Thanks for playing, Taurus. Who's next after Taurus? This is Gemini. Well, we got the dance party going on. The residents of the Airbnb are all dancing up a storm. It's good stuff. Hi, Akima. Welcome. Oh, and Jessica the Goddess. Welcome. Hi, Jessica. Anyone seen your pants? They're on the floor, probably. Probably on the floor. And Naomi is here now. Welcome, Naomi. All right, Gemini. Here we go. 6 of Wands. Don't worry, Gemini. You're going to get what you want in this. Okay? You put too much effort, too much manifesting power in behind establishing a clear route or a plan to attain what you want in order to not get it. That which you set your mind to will come in its own time. You kind of get to like, Gemini, you kind of like picked out what you wanted and what it is, and you picked what you like, and it froze. It's Gemini. It's Gemini. Of course it froze. We're the realist. We're the realist. Of course it froze. Let me know if it's back, if it's better. It says we're back up and running. Are we back yet? Somebody let me know if we're back. Okay, good. It's Gemini. Of course it froze, right? Why would it not freeze? It's Gemini, right? Your TV glitching? Your internet not working? Dude, where's your Gemini? Okay. 8 of Wands here. All right. So again, don't worry. I like this combo. Don't worry about the if, ands, who's, whys, wins, or wheres. The fact that you did it, the fact that you've communicated it, you spoke these things into existence, you'll get it, Gemini. You totally will, okay? It's Gemini. Of course it froze up. Hi, Ruchi. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Hakima. It was buffering. It's because it was Gemini. Too funny. All right, who's next? Who's next? Cancer. All right, Cancer. Let's see what's going on. Ruchi, good to see you in the house at the Tarot Bar tonight. Ruchi, I got a surprise for you. Just like we used to do in the days of old. Check it out. It's Bruce Lee. Whoosh. Enter the Dragon. Happens at least once in a while. Puts the match on. Okay. All right. All right, Cancer. Look at that. Here, can I put these over here? This is nice, Cancer. You got the sun, right? Sunshine and lollipops. Take care of yourself. Don't allow your problems, to even a glimmer or a chance, and shine light in on the deep dark areas that it needs to be shining in on. You might be bringing or creating awareness and community to a very important cause or something that's really good, okay? As well, this is a harmonious time for relationships for Cancer as well, and for great gains to move forward. As we go in through Libra season, our Cancer friends who have faith and have trust in the process are going to be seeing the benefits of hard work and of not necessarily good intention, but appropriate action with the Sun card up here. And this month gets even more beautiful. The next 2 weeks, gets even more beautiful for Cancer. There could be like family and people, important people that have been in your life for long periods of time, coming with gifts, showing love, or expressing their love. Okay, 6 of Cups is very nice. You might just be doing something for you and yours that brings you together in fellowship, and when you feel fulfillment, when you have fulfillment in your life, it's awesome. And when you feel fulfillment in your life with the other people that you love, and it's not coming from one another, but you're getting like external fulfillment simultaneously from the same place, like going to like for some people it'd be like Six Flags, right? Going on the roller coaster. Personally, not for me, but like it's like you take the thrill ride together, you know, and you get that level of fulfillment from this. Like good news comes through for not just you, but for you and yours. We've got the Justice card up here again. Let's not forget it is Libra season. So these karmic situations, kiss. Don't be afraid of it when it comes, Cancer. When windfalls or payouts or the payoff comes, don't be afraid of it. Okay? Don't be afraid of it happening. You don't have to run away from it. You don't have to shy away from it. And if you're kind of like lamenting a past relationship, Cancer, it's time for you to wake up with a new thought about the day, or a new direction in life. Absolutely, 100%. Okay. All right. Citron, duly noted. Duly noted. Duly noted. Emotional, yes, but it's actually pretty strong. We could call them emotional. What can we call them? Emotional mountains. They're mountains. It takes a lot of energy to climb a mountain. If there's a mountain in your way, if there's a Cancer that's in your way, the Cancer, they're also the love bringers of the entire zodiac, right? If we don't have these nice still waters of Cancer, it's very difficult to get a definition and make that heart-mind connection of how we're feeling. It's like the Cancer in all of us, right? That everyone, yeah, there's some sharp cliffs there. Absolutely. There's some beautiful trees. There's some sharp cliffs. There's peaks and valleys for sure. Well, hopefully he's writing you a song, Naomi. Okay, Leo. It's time for Leo. Only them caps, only them goats can get up on the sides of them cliffs, right? Absolutely. But emotions? Yeah. And yeah, check that moon sign too, right? Check those sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus. It's a beautiful full moon that we just had. Not much coming out for Leo, to be honest with you. Let's face it. Does Leo really need more now that Leo's come and gone? Okay. All right. Leo, it starts out with this. There's not much here for you that came out. You got a Prince of Wands. So this is you in self-management. This is you doing you in the 3D world, your 3D life, you know. You know what's best for you. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. And that's fine. You know, you race after your passions again. But make sure that, you know, you're moving at a pace that is not leading like any, you know, you may be putting off like long-term goals to like settle in on what has to be for now. But there's no need to like get distracted or completely set off your way with this Prince of Wands. Very harmonious time for other Leos, for Leos to be with Aries and other like-minded Leos, okay? you'll be finding, Leos, that you're actually getting along a lot better with people that are kind of like you, yet in a different subtle way. When typically for Leo, it can be, you know, when you got two lions, there's always like this power play, power issues, right? It's a very powerful sign and a very vibrant, energetic sign, right? But you choose. This card is saying, never forget, Leo, that you choose, all right? And even if you desire, even if you want it so bad, so much, remember that you choose. And with that Two of Pentacles, remember, when you choose something, by universal law, you also simultaneously neglect something. And if what you're choosing is causing you to neglect what is more important for you, Leo, you will be quickly shown by the universe or indicated by the universe through probably mirrored energies of others about how you actually are, the effect you actually have. So it's kind of interesting. There's only two cards, but there's a little bit there for our awakened Leos, but mostly there in that 3D and doing it, right? Do whatever you want to do. You want to do a bunch of blow and hang out with the Leo King, go do it, right? It's up to you. Dusty Blue, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Dusty Blue, again, everybody, if you check out, I'm often dropping likes for Dusty Blue on the Instagram. The gift Dusty Blue brings to the world, to life, to society, to the community, is one that on the New Age value, we could buy the New York Stock Exchange with New Age currency just on the contributions that Dusty Blue has made in the lives and the artistic creation and the growth of expressive and creative thinking in the world. So big shout out to Dusty Blue. Thanks for joining the program tonight. I really appreciate you for being here, jumping in and saying hi in the chat. It means so much to me that you're here. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. When I open Instagram, I don't feel like a robot because Dusty Blue is there. And it's like I never thought like social media posts could actually like move me to that level. But they do, because you see what the children of tomorrow are creating. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. So super, lots of blessings. Okay. All right. Should we go back and we got to do the music thing again? I've been feeling this vibe. One more time around. Okay, let's do it one more time around. Chill out news. There we go. All right. We're at the Aquarius AAA Airbnb tonight. It's absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. What's up, Saruchi? Just give me a minute. Stuff's taking a minute. We're putting a load on the Airbnb Wi-Fi. I'm sure of it. So special shout out, special thank you to our hosts tonight. Thank you so much. And to Denise Lynn for the Native Spirit Oracle deck. Thank you, Denise Lynn, wherever you are, for that. Okay. Hey, it's a Pisces full moon. What, you don't think you're going to see me? This is a tarot bar. I'm the old silencer in this business. We're not just here yammering out messages of what people wants to hear and there's no inside jokes. This is about hanging out, vibing out, having fun. So thanks for noticing, Sergi. I didn't even did my hair whatsoever. Okay. All right. How about a little reading? How about a few cards for Virgo, please? How about a... Yeah, it's actually it's actually my friends that were like, yeah, you can stay in the basement while you're coming through town, and it's awesome. I'm pretending I'm just pretending it's a real Airbnb. Again, only 2 cards out for Virgo. We're getting lean, but this is kind of cool. All right, Virgo. Here, we've got the card of Temperance up. All right, so this is very nice. We did the Virgo Libra Cusp reading off the top of the show tonight, and we had some like this Virgo energy where it was like sometimes the things that involve other people and the mindset we get into when things start to involve other people that we may not have control over, this is a very strong time, Virgo, to just like feel and find your temperance and your like appropriate mindset in these things. This is about getting a good night's sleep. And this is about like not letting things get to you or bother you to the core that have no business being there. To be temperate is to be mentally healthy, to be feeling vibrant and full of health, good confidence, good self-esteem, all this stuff. And it could just be a very good time for Virgo and Sagittarius to embark upon new adventures together and to enjoy each other's company. Okay, 100%. Is also up here for Virgo is the Four of Swords. What do we say? Are you getting a good night's sleep, Virgo? This should be at the top of your priority list through Libra season, at least through the next two weeks. Do not overextend yourself energetically, and make sure that all of the exercises and practices that you do to keep yourself healthy, both of all mind, body, and spirit, that you're doing them. You don't want to open the door to anything like negative of that aspect, the things that can bring you down or make you feel sick at this time. Okay, as well, know that you're deeply protected and that your trust is in the right place at this time. Okay, don't worry, you made the choice to trust it, therefore your trust is in the right place. If that what you've trusted ends up backfiring in your face, which I don't think it will, but if it ever does, it's not because your trust was ever in the wrong place. Your trust was there in the right place for your highest good, which might not be like exactly what you want, Virgo. And I know it's nice to have it exactly like you like it, but sometimes that's okay. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about those issues of trust. Okay, Citron, thank you so much for being here. That's okay. Nat Alia, welcome to the program. You know, sleep is kind of like, you hear a lot of the gurus saying like sleep is like, you know, as we get older, we need a little bit less, you know. Some of us just being at a point of rest is recharge enough. It's like plugging your phone into the wall, right? We need to not necessarily find a place of sleep, but we need to be able to rest easy. And that also, like, when you lay down and you're just like, your body's exhausted, but your mind is like, I'm ready to do 1,000 push-ups, all to the subject of whether or not I like red M&Ms or green M&Ms, or, you know, what's going to happen next Tuesday. And I want to think about what's going to happen next Tuesday 3,000 times before I'm done thinking about that. That is not rest, okay? It doesn't matter. And we think sleep is the knockout. Sleep is the cure for that. So we fight. We like, oh, sleep versus 3,000 mental push-ups. No, we just have to get back into the pranic, you know, be able to be in stillness like that person in the Four of Swords in that room, and just be able to breathe and find rest. Okay, more like sleep is for the wicked. No rest for the wicked, they say. Okay, all right, Libra. To all of our favorite Libra friends, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Lights a match, and sips rum. Rum, red rum. I remember Jack Nicklaus in The Shining. Red rum. Interesting. Okay. Don't worry. There's going to be like cool breezes. There's going to be sharp reminders. So Libra season is kind of about sharp reminders, right? Oh, we've let it slide. Oh, this needs attention. Well, poke right now. Do it right now. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, Nat Alia. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'm saying that wrong. Okay. Just kind of reading for the signs here. Doing a few cards for each. Okay. We're here with our Libra friends now. We got Prince of Swords up. Hello, Prince of Swords. So again, quick moving action, sharp reminders. Libra, you'll be at the height of it. Perhaps you might find yourself actually moving through the next couple weeks and through the month of October with a little bit more ease. You've got newfound knowledge now. You've kind of determined and are able to establish how people react to other people or to yourself or to the group in general or to certain triggers. You're very aware and you're very attentive to how other people behave based on like adversity or situations. Yet you yourself, you're kind of like a constant in all of it, Libra. You're the one that's like, okay, well, come hell or high water, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be happy, right? And whereas like John from accounting gets really upset when there's orange cheesy poof dust on his office chair or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? It's like you know what triggers people, you know how people react. And with this knowledge, it's saying you're going to be able to kind of like have a bit of an easier time. You're going to be able to circumnavigate what is too much of an obstacle, and you're going to be able to pick up and make gains and even like collect certain levels of like rewards and accolades for doing what you need to do outside of that, or knowing that, you don't have to necessarily ask permission or forgiveness or be ready to do either, right? Sharp reminders. Libra, there's something on the back burner, has been for a long time. You might need to make a decision. You might need to say, all right, it's finally time to choose. It's finally time to pick one direction over the other. It's time to put your happiness first. What's blindfolded? Something doesn't have to be this or that, but it has to be you first. I would love to see her out in front of those swords, with those swords behind her, with that difficult decision behind her. But unfortunately, she's not. The two swords are still out front, okay? What is behind her is a wealth of emotional intelligence and knowledge, and this is very much a Libra card here as well. Don't be worried to make these decisions, and don't be worried to tell other people, maybe they just they clog up your space, or they worry you, or they act jittery around you, and it's like it makes you feel uncomfortable. You might find yourself seeking assistance to get some help with understanding a situation better, bouncing ideas off others. Be very careful to stay out of the rumor mill as well these next 2 weeks. Be careful what you hear, and then putting it along as what you know as well. We've got swords galore up for Libra, 3 swords cards this month. It's okay. It's no matter to put your mind to good work for you, but when it's working overtime, make sure it's not too automatic. Make sure, Libra, anything that is just like too automatic, it's like, ooh, where is that really leading you? Okay? Naomi, hurry back. As always, welcome. Thanks for being here. It's very cool. It's very awesome. Who's after Libra? Scorpio, whoever they are. Let's have a few cards for Scorpio now. Should be a time. Libra, whoop whoop. Okay, Scorpio's got a few more out. Okay. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Okay, the Page of Cups up here. This is about deepening understanding. This Pisces full moon's gonna have like switching the script on Scorpio a little bit. Having Scorpio maybe ask, did I make the right choice? Is this what I truly wanted? Or having Scorpio say, to new opportunities, make sure that you're weighing your options very carefully. Don't jump into new relationships to like maybe jump between the sheets and all that stuff before you realize, hey, this is what I really want, or at least you're willing to deal with the repercussions. Make sure you're on the same page of understanding when it comes to any sort of emotional communication these next couple months. If people get like upset, if a pure left brain conversation all of a sudden starts getting personal or emotional, Scorpio, you want to make sure that you're the one addressing it and not letting it get out of proportion, rather than the one that becomes the fuel to the fire, and it begins to fire because you get caught up in it, and then you put your power into it, and then it becomes like a full burning fire. Okay, speaking about burning fire, we got Queen of Wands. You're here in a beautiful supportive role for the next little while, Scorpio. Continue along this path, of this newfound path of support. It looks like not much is worrying Scorpio about like pulling you in a wrong direction, especially for awake Scorpio friends, where it's like your level of allowance is very good because you know that the benefit of just the small contributions and help that you give to others all comes back to you. What comes around goes around. It's like universal law, and the Queen of Wands is like the enforcer. It's like, I nourished it, I supported it, I'm not letting anybody come near it that is going to threaten it or tear it down or destroy it. And if they are, I'm going to use this big stick and smack that person. Okay? 7 of Wands up here for you as well, Scorpio. This is okay. You may find certain changes in behaviors and attitudes with this 7 of Wands. You may be cutting certain things out. You may be indulging a little more in other areas or other things or in other ways that typically you wouldn't have. It's like a nice level of making sure that, you know, your bootlaces are done up too. Like a lot of this Libra season, these sharp reminders and making sure that we're all at a point of action collectively. Scorpio is no different here. But this is more so being like, I'm not going to let you bring me down. I'm not going to let you pull me down to my level. And I'm not going to worry about the status quo or what other people think are normal or what I should be doing. It's going to be like your trigger this next couple weeks. People telling you what you think you should be doing or what they want you to do. You're having none of it. None of it. Okay. We got a Princess of Pentacles reversed here now as well. Don't worry, you know, I feel for some of our Scorpio friends where it's like they feel like they've been in it for too long. Maybe they've been feeling like taken advantage of. They're tired of the race. They're tired of giving their gifts, talents, benefits, and energies away to other people. They may not, your Scorpio friends, if you're cross-watching, they may not feel like sharing as much, whether tangible or emotional. They might just not be in a point of really wanting to share. And that's typical for this ding-dong Scorpios. Okay? Here we go. We got the World card reverse. Okay? But they would. Stand in the shower. Stand in the place where you were. Now face north. Okay? This is a desire, longingness. You may want to or wish to travel. You may be doing the things that you need to do right now in order to make future dreams become reality under your own power, Scorpio. This is a World card reverse. Don't sweat the technique. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. And don't worry sometimes about like how difficult it can be. Because it's like when you give it acknowledgement that it is difficult, isn't it that the point of when it does become difficult? It's like when you've been sitting in one chair for 3 hours. You know, your butt hurts. But when your mind starts to tell you that your butt hurts, then your butt hurts even worse. Just let your butt hurt. Be in a point of allowance. Allow the peaks, allow the valleys, right? And then it's like pretty soon, you know, things will plane out for you. And again, could be a very karmic chapter in your life as we move into this season, as we work our way down into November and December and into Scorpio season. Don't be impatient. Things will come when they're meant to come, no matter how hard you push. It might even be a suggestion or a time to actually stop pushing, Scorpio. Okay? And finally, it's like everybody's been graced with a 2 for these little mini spreads we're doing for the sign. A lot of these signs are picking up a 2, whether it's pentacles, swords, or wands. Everybody's like picking up a little 2 here, being like, decision on the horizon. What are you going to do? You know, this is about, you know, your perspectives and how you align them intuitively with what you want. Your perspective versus what you want. What you want and your perspective on it. It's like practicing what you preach, or the old Hippocratic Oath, or the like, do what I say, not as I do type thing. Some of these sort of things could be a certain challenge. It's like me as Scorpio. I got to take my own advice. I got to remember to take my own advice. Okay? And there could be people asking a lot of you at this time, and you're more than willing to. Like we saw the Queen. Remember we saw the Queen up? She's here with her 2 now. Okay? This is kind of like uncharted waters. It's like, could be new energy. Feel like new energy for many of our Scorpios. Older Scorpios, you may have experienced some of this type of stuff before, where you're absolutely like as giving as you can be, but yet you have to define these boundaries. You have to be willing to like use that stick if need be, not rather than just completely being like, do you need the stick? Do you want the stick? This is being like, no, I'm on my journey right now. Whack! Get whack! Right? It's kind of like one of those type situations. So if you're presented with crossroads, ways and places to go, remember to evaluate your passion, evaluate what you want, and evaluate the type of person that you hope to become one day. Because that's sometimes some things that are often left kind of like in the dust. It's like that point of self-improvement. You don't have to actively like change the world. I actually just, even in a teeny tiniest little way, I became that future version of myself that I would one day love to be. 16 likes. That's awesome for this little channel. Thanks, Saruchi, for letting me know. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Okay. Stand in the shower. Stand in your power. Stand in the shower. All right. This is good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Sagittarius. West side, Sagittarius A, on our way to the center of the galaxy. All right, let's see what's going on. In the 18 days that the sun spends in front of the star of Ophiuchus, all this stuff is coming up, okay? Sagittarius, 7 of Pentacles here, right? With Rolling Stones, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need, all right? Wants versus needs. Let's make sure that these things are kind of like in your mindset, that sort of stuff. You know, you're going to have to kind of watch your spending this little while. This 7 of Pentacles can be a bit of a challenging energy sometimes, especially when it comes to like, you know, becoming prosperous or like investing your money or making sure that, you know, what you're doing is suiting, is practical to your application, to your future, rather than just something that is there to just like tide you over for the present time. I'm saying you can still partake and enjoy in like comfort foods and comfortable things, but when it comes to like your main path, your reality in itself, you may find that a lot of what you're doing at present time, it does not maybe have the practical application of what your future goal actually is. Carries that big staff too, right? See what that staff he carries? It's this Ace of Wands. Creatively. Perhaps some of our Sagittarius friends are in careers or situations or relationships that they don't see themselves there in years to come, or they know that they're changing right before their own very eyes, and it can be a little bit scary at times, especially if you have people in your situation that's wanting you to explain that to them or wanting you to justify that. You don't have to justify that to other people, but you have to hold on very tightly sometimes to be like, when it comes to you know, getting what you need and making sure that you're supported and that you're providing for yourself, you know, that you self-regulation, I guess is what we could say to this. And for some of you, it's just about the amount of time that you put into your beautiful talents and gifts with this Ace of Wands. Okay, remember to give it time. Remember to give it your time. All right. And the Prince of Pentacles up here again, reverse, means things could be picking up for our Sagittarius friends. It did have this kind of feeling with, you know, these two cards up together that, you know, things have been a bit stagnant, some slow moving energy around you. This is about to pass. Things should be picking up, especially when it comes to situations in the 3D with other people, waiting to hear back on news or waiting for the go ahead on something. Things will be picking up for you in the next couple weeks through the month of October. Okay, very cool. Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius. Who's left? Capricorn? We have a Capricorn in the house, I think. Citron, our resident Capricorn, climbing the mountain, the emotional mountain of Cancer. Sorry, Citron, I didn't mean to pick on you. But to our Capricorns, the greatest of all time. Okay. Right? You're no stranger to this, are you, Capricorn? The Tower, right? The Empire, you know, all of those experiences, all the things that you've already done, everything that you've already built up, right? Is it worth saving? Or do you want to kick it over and start new? It's a major life force energy. And the Tower doesn't always mean that it's like beyond our control. Oh my God, like, you know, this, that, or the other thing. The Tower can also be like you doing a 180, Capricorn, and looking at that which you've attained and that which you've built up in your life and being like, I could just put it all on the back burner tomorrow. I could sell it all tomorrow. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. So a big deep breath and being like, wow, there is a stronger calling to connect with self and with the being and with, you know, the gifts that you were given that, you know, what part of your empire did you directly not have anything to do with? That would be like your life, your eyes, your ears, you, yourself, your family, the things you didn't choose, right? All that stuff. It's funny, it's interesting how sometimes those remain the constant, more important things rather than, you know, I'm not saying that all that you do is futile. There just reaches certain points, and this could be one of them in October, Capricorn, where you turn and look at all the time you spend investing your hard-earned time, energy, and money into these projects and being like, well, it's there. It's done. It's still there. I'm still doing it. Now what? Now what? Right? Exactly. Now what? You can turn and walk away. You can kick it all over. You can start again. Or you can lock it up all tight in a vault. You can build a big fence around it, put up some more serious boundaries, and not let anyone near it. Okay? Good night, Naomi. Yeah, have a good swim. Ciao, ciao. Hope to see you again soon, Naomi. Okay? Queen of Cups. Reversed. Okay? So confirmation could be like we could see some of our Capricorn friends really, relying on others for confirmation that, what's happening is okay, or for approval, or for judgments and things of that nature. It's kind of yikes when the Queen of Cups shows up upside down like this, Capricorn. It's kind of like, don't rely on other people's to validate you, or don't feel like you need to justify these things. And again, be very careful with, relative truth. Okay, what's true unto one is not necessarily true unto the other, right? And being able to remain open and sharing into different viewpoints, different belief systems and things of that nature. It's not like anybody's out to convert you, or you have to go and convince somebody else of this one particular thing, this agreement to disagree. And know that when you've had your share, when you've taken your share, know the boundaries of what is your share and those sorts of things. And if other people are asking or taking too much from you, you cut them off right then and there. And if you might need to check in with other people, being like, how much tzatziki is too much tzatziki? Do you really need that extra? Do you really need to go down that road right now? And the answer you may find could be no. Could be no. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, right? This could be something a little bit out of balance, right? Karmically. There's a lot of time has passed of you doing you. What has all been leading up to this Tower moment? And why does it feel like a Tower moment, right? It's because regret usually comes from an awareness of the amount of time that we have spent in futile endeavors. So it could be like a very sharp message, or when I mention like all signs, we're kind of gonna like get poked about, what's pertinent, what's wrong, what's the matter, what's the point. Capricorn could be feeling that especially. Okay. All right. Another just for tomorrow. It's your prowess, dominion over you when you were the one that created it, right? It's careful. It's kind of having to be careful. How much is too much? How involved is too involved, right? That sort of thing. And again, winds up with a very nice car here with the star card, okay? So this is about you helping yourself through these situations, because we know how much you would rather rely on you than on other people to like have these things. But if you're facing a big Tower moment, right? This is 16 major arcana. Let's be reminded. This is 16 major arcana moving in to 17 major arcana. So the Tower actually blocks the view of this star. Okay, the Tower has gone so high up in the sky. We're so wrapped up in light posts, light towers, skyscrapers. That's maybe for some of our Capricorns just to return out to like a nice dark sky preserve, or a nice place where you can like be and feel at harmony with the world around you is what's being called for. But definitely a change of pace coming for Capricorn, and they're going to have to hold on here. They're going to have to actually, maybe be willing to be a little bit more vulnerable unto themselves. Okay, so tough one. But Capricorn always is never a dull moment, is it? Never a dull moment. All right. Hope to see you soon. It's the Seven of Cups bouncing out there. Not for any sign. I love you all. Lots of choices out there in this world, right? It's kind of funny when you stop to think about it. And it kind of makes me think of this place where I've been going. Call it the edge of tomorrow or the middle of nowhere. There's like some very legendary beings there. And I'm talking like legendary beings like of longevity. Like brother is 96 years old, hopping into a half-ton truck and just driving. At the age of 96. Driving, coming in, doing his own grocery shopping, driving and driving around. Okay, another legendary brother, 89 years old, ripping a jet ski. I couldn't believe it. Right? Very interesting stuff. And it leads me to my point. Another one is like in his 70s, still climbing houses and shingling rooftops for a living in his 70s. Right? Just some very legendary people I've been blessed to come to know. But it leads me to this point of, even if you get 100 years, even if you get 80 years, hopefully you get 60, hopefully you get more, hopefully you get a lot more. And if we continue to do these things right, hopefully our children and our children's children, like living beyond a century, it's going to be the normal. And that's my hope, right? Very much so. But it leads me to the story. You get these 80 or these 100 years, and think about the world. Think about how much stuff you could do, whether it's painting a picture or going to Disney World, or it's endless. Whatever your mind can conceive of, there's no way you can accomplish it all in 100 years. So you kind of almost want to ask that Seven of Cups question. Well, if I've got 50 or 60 of those years left, or 70 years of those left, why would I take the ability to do, or do you want to do 7 things? Or do you want to do 700 things, right? Because it's like our time management from a spiritual perspective can be all about it, right? Many of us, and that's how we get there, to eventually get blissed out. Because it's the things we do, that's the real lottery. It's the different things that we do, where ultimately we find, jackpot, you won the lottery. You won the thing to do lottery. And now you love the thing that you do. And you want to do it all the time, and you love it. Well, just like lottery winnings, that thing comes, and it might not last forever. Might not last even for a full couple months, right? And that's okay. But make sure whatever you're pouring your time into, whatever direction you go, that you're not limiting yourself. Should have drank more. Maybe if you guys are 20. If you're 20, you enjoy it. It's just something to do, right? It's something that you chose, that you wanted to do, right? You're the one. How could you ever make a bad choice? It was your choice. You're not a bad person, Make amends to yourself if it was a bad choice. And welcome, Nicole. So nice of you to be here. All right, big shout out to our friends at AAA Aquarius Airbnb, live at the Tarot Bar tonight. Don't worry, we'll be back here again one day, I hope. Okay? All things being considered. To our Aquarius friends. King of Wands up now for Aquarius. Sense of mastery and passion. This is perfect. Those natural gifts, you love them. This is going to be a very powerful month for our Aquarian friends to really take a lot of fulfillment out of the days and the weeks and the hours ahead. It's going to be very awesome to see you guys in this full allowance and appreciation of kind of like the hero of the day or the beauty of the day. That's what this King of Wands really is. When you lay down at night and you look back at the day and you're like, wow, today was a good day, or that was an excellent day. They don't come much better than that. You wake up tomorrow, no matter what you're doing or despite what you're doing, your mindset is a point of no, I'm passion driven, I'm passion fueled, I'm ready to rip in and give her, I'm ready to go, firing on all cylinders. Our Aquarius friends could be making great gains in regards to mastery of their passions this month. 6 of Pentacles reversed here as well too. So again, we want to look at the karmic nature of this card, giving versus receiving, things of this nature. Let's make sure that you are accomplishing everything that you're responsible for. And I know that can be very tough. You want to avoid being over aloof to things where it's just you've trusted everything into the hands of another, and that person actually might just need a little bit of help, might need a little bit of support, might need a little bit of guidance, Aquarius. Make sure that you're going to be at least available and around and willing to give time to do that, especially if you've given great responsibility to someone that, whether it's your trust or, your people, your family, your time, your possessions, whatever it might be. Make sure that you're checking in with all the people that you've started things out with, kind of like relationship maintenance or keeping current affairs with important loved ones current as possible. Okay, very important. Oops, but this is nice. New challenges, new opportunities, new truths, new understandings, new discoveries. All of this very nice for our Aquarius friends. Because the sun, we're in Libra season now, so our Aquarian friends are going to be feeling very much at home in this energy coming up as as the sun transit in. And again, it's going to be actually helping people out through seeing something that other people have missed. Actually, like being able to help someone out and be like, through coaching or guidance, being like, have you ever considered this? Or I see that thing that you're missing out on, you know, can I give you a tip here? Can I help you with your backswing or whatever it might be, you know? Can I just give you some insight or tell you a story about my life that you could definitely help or hear about, right? Oh, and Nicole, we have and Christina are Aquarians in the house, okay? And Five of Wands, reverse. Don't worry, anything that's been conflictual or competitive in nature should come to rest over the next couple of weeks. You should be feeling a bit of a release of burden or a release or just the other party or the other thing just backing off for a little while. A reversal on a Five of Wands. So don't worry, that which has been conflictual, confronting, or confusing, that thing should be backing off or backing away. All right. We got one more sign to go. It's Pisces. Should we do Pisces or should we just say forget it? You drank too much wine. Why'd you do that? I know why you did it. What I got? We went out and we saw. What movie was it? Good Boys. Like I said, I've been subjected to a lot of mainstream media and movies over the last little while. I've kind of been enjoying it. Gonna be like very on guard against it, but I've also been kind of enjoying it. And just like, oh man, all of that the world has had to offer here in the last 50 years has been so mind-blowing. Absolutely incredible. Off to bed for this one? Fair enough. It's a Pisces full moon. Well, it was like, I don't know, 20 hours ago or whatever. But it's still full for all intents and purposes. Here in Pisces, we should all be feeling like this clarity, this window of insight into all that happens around us. It's very nice. The tough part is that the traffic is sticky. The traffic gets sticky around this sort of stuff. It's like people are quick to be on the horn. People are quick to like just act in their truest self, right? And that's okay. And if it's a little rubbin's racing, as they say. So hopefully everyone's being very safe out there. All that kind of stuff. Christina L. Thanks so much for marking the signs. That's really cool of you. I like that. Look at all the mitt full of cards out for Pisces. And somebody call Crafty Tarot, get him on the line. King of Pentacles reverse. Again, Pisces. Watch out for emotional spending. Just like use that analytical mindset that you have to like determine the best purchases and the best place to invest your monies, right? Especially if you have decisions on the horizons when it comes to monies. And again, relationships with earth signs, you know, you just want to make sure here as well that, you know, you give others the amount of room that they give you to sort of just be. It's like with these imposing ideas, you know, and this sort of stuff, you have to be like very cautious at this time about butting heads with people, and you might just want them to change for the better. You might just want them to see the brighter side of something or the new side to an old coin, and they could be unwilling to. But remember, Pisces, when it comes to these earth signs, it will be very difficult to force anyone's hand, so don't try to be forceful in any way. Queen of Pentacles here reverse as well. I don't know what you did, if you've upset the earth family. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn now I'm saying. It's just saying that you could be very confusing to these sorts of people right now. They may be things where Pisces, it's like if people are if they're asking you to take sides, Pisces, and this sorts of things, you always want to be a little bit more investigative in terms of people's motives at this time. Okay, what do they truly want? That came up in another reading where it's like you kind of really got to know what they truly want, not what they say they want, not what they, it's like, but through show of behavior and determining without assumption and getting a clear picture of yourself, how to make situations better or how to steer clear of energy that's going to pull you back or pull you down. Okay. Strength card reverse. Okay, Pisces. Hopefully everybody's not mad at you. You're uniquely talented. You're very gifted in regards to the gifts that you bring to your world. So I hope that there's a lot of green that's come up in these cards so far. So hopefully we're not seeing situations if people are jealous of you throughout this time, Pisces, of your gifts and about the gains you've made. It's like you don't need to defend them, and you don't want to, like, you have to be very kind of humble, like against your sort of intuitive nature to be humble in this situation, because normally it wouldn't require you to be that way. But it's like, I don't ask you to walk on eggshells for other people, but it's kind of like if you're dealing with other people who are throwing jealousy and vibes of jealousy at you at this time, you're best just to steer clear. You're best not to like fight it, point it out, add fuel to the fire, things of that nature. More pentacles for days. Because unfortunately this Libra season, there could be a lot of confusion abound for Pisces, making sense of it all, what's going on. But make no mistake, Pisces, you won't be unlike many of the other sides. You'll receive your sharp pokes about what feels right and what doesn't feel right. But for many of the other signs where it's coming through in a cerebral level, through points of knowledge, for you, Pisces, it's like these pushes, these pokes, these prods in the right direction are going to come more through a feeling type situation. Ooh, that doesn't feel right. Or, ooh, I feel terrible I didn't get to that today. That sort of thing. So you've got to then kind of like process cerebrally that feeling and be like, okay, then I'm going to actually commit to making it better, or commit to making that change, or commit to taking care of my responsibilities. Okay? Lots of reversals, lots of mirrored energies for our Pisces friends right now here. Two of Cups reverse here as well. Remember, Pisces, if we're not in the throes of passion, there's usually a good reason why, especially if you want it desperately. If you want it, the best way to it is a straight line in the opposite direction. That's how we encourage it. That's how we entice it into our life, with Two of Cups being there. Okay. Wow, and another deuce up here as well. You guys aren't taking any flack, but make sure that you guys have a little bit of conviction in your heart, okay? Not like conviction like you've been convicted, but like conviction and compassion's another word that wants to jump out. The one I'm looking for is commitment, right? You could be, our Pisces friends could be, others could be asking you to commit again as well. Other people want more of your slice of the pie. If that's the case, you got to make sure that you stand in your power and cut that stuff out. But if somebody that you've been dealing with is asking you to spend more time with them, is asking you to be like a little bit more open with them, remember that it's like, you can do that. And if you're not feeling exhausted by doing it, it could be the gift that actually you need to have that leads to this. Ultimately, the last card in your reading is that of Temperance, Pisces. It's about a feeling. It's about self-confidence, self-esteem, and it's about these Two of Cups that keep showing up. How you're presenting in relationships. People love you. People love it when you're direct, but when you leave them second-guessing, they're like, I don't know what to do with that. And then it can become a little bit of a deal breaker or an unattractive point of being, where it's kind of like, well, and then, but it's not like you intentionally leave people second-guessing, but it's investigate a little bit why, as to like, could you be a little bit more clear? Could you be a little bit more off the fence about the situation? What is your stand? What is your take, right? Very much so. Dang election year coming up. That's terrible, terrible stuff. Politicians be politicking. Isn't that the truth? Sorry. I'm trying to get back with you. Hi, everyone. There, 12 signs, 12 readings, 12 signs. Bing, bang, boom. We've done the world a service, and you've all done me an amazing service just by being here and spending your time with me. That means so much. I'm like, yes! Thank you. That's great. So awesome. Saruchi slipped in here. I see you, Saruchi. And Nicole. You guys didn't get any cards tonight, so I'm going to give you your spiritual AF messages, and then it's getting a little bit late here at the Airbnb, so I'm probably going to have to like tone it down and say goodnight pretty soon. We called last call like an hour ago. All right. Saruchi, this one's for you, okay? Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Your wound is probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Okay, Saruchi? You'll never be free of the people who harmed you until you take full responsibility for your own healing. No matter what family you were born into, what body you got stuck in, or what weird shit has happened to you along the way, this is your life and no one else's. Be tender with the parts of you that are hurt and the parts of you that are struggling. Take ownership of your whole beautiful, dented, pieced together self. If you blame someone for who you are, you give them ownership of you. That sucks, doesn't it? Focus on what you can do right now to be your very own badass healer. Okay? Oh, what? There were super chats that I didn't see? Thank you, Ange. There were super chats that I didn't see. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Ange. Appreciate that. Let's do one for Nicole, though. Thanks so much for being here. That's cool. All right, Nicole. Okay, Nicole, own your awesome and stay humble as fuck. List 5 things that you love about yourself. Now list 5 ways you're just like every other human who's ever lived. Go forth and be you, you fabulous little snowflake, and be like everyone else with your unique bad self. Okay? That's an interesting message. All right. Here you go. And also for Nicole. Not giving a fuck is better than revenge. How true is that? Revenge sucks. Superhero movie and look at the villains. Those guys suck. Revenge is whack and petty and gives you wrinkles. You know what's hot? Being the bigger person and letting it go. Hair flip that shit and then move on. All right. That's awesome. And that's probably just the mundane ticky-tacky stuff, Nicole. That's what I feel about that, how that kind of comes up. Yeah. Ruchi, yeah. Ruchi, yee. All right. Let's address those super chats. D Lovely, I didn't even see yours roll through. Thank you so much if you're still here. And I'm so sorry that I can't believe they went by. They're so colorful. I must have like been in the zone. Must have been the flashing lights of the dance club and the bar. Just teasing. All right. And Nicole was drinking wine. Maybe she got into an argument with the bartender. Dang, dingle! I got the thing, right? It's all good. The power cosmic. We got it on lock, right? Do a hair flip it, right? Absolutely. So no one's messing with me. No one's messing with me. Oh, okay. So that's what happened. Oh, so Christina sent in the super chat because I saw yours, Christina. And was it ×2? Wow. Thank you so much. And one was for D. Okay. And one was for you. All right. Let me know what I can do. And Christina, I've got D Lovely on Instagram. I can always send her a message and pay it forward that way. No, I was talking about Nicole Saruchi. I was talking about... Oh, did I say Saruchi? No, I meant Nicole. Sorry. And that's that. And that's... right? At the tarot bar. Excuse me. There he is. Enter the dragon. Whoosh. Happens at least once a program. It used to happen at least once a program. Now it's happening for real. For real. Here and on the phone. Okay, D, lovely. Thanks to Christina. Go ahead and drop a question. We can pull some cards for you. Do a reading. We got about 10, 20 minutes. All right. De lovely, you are so de lovely. Let's start out with a nature spirit card then. Christina wants a love reading? Okay, for sure. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's cool. As you said that, this one flipped out. Spirit of air. Let's have a look. Give me 1 second. The decks that you see here, I'm pretty sure I had one more. Give me a second, Christina. Give me a second. You know what? I did. I remembered to pack them. They're here. They're here. I remembered to pack them. He really wants to live with me again. Oh, you're still dealing with that guy? You're still dealing with that guy and you're not sure about it? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's get a love reading up for Christina. Yeah, Christina's question just came in first, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna do 10-card tarot and a romance angel for love reading. Okay, sounds good. We can do that. The bar is kind of tapered, so it's like when I was setting up the cameras and stuff, I didn't have a good downward camera angle. So unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see the whole spread, but we'll go card by card, okay? And we have some floor cards as well. Yikes. Just while we were shuffling. Aside from love, Christina, aside from love, it is time for you to move, to take action on an opportunity, a new financial idea. Okay, it's time for you to take action on it. Whether it's about writing more stuff down, getting an outline down, this is about you like kind of taking action now on a new opportunity. Okay, that's what those cards that hit the floor when I had your energy on them, okay? And this is important. They wouldn't understand. That's right. Don't worry about it. We're going to tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. Not what you want to hear, okay? All right, Christina, I'm going to cut your cards now. And as always, the best in all things, peace, prosperity, joy, bliss, abundance, prosperity, harmony, health, humor, and truth. Okay, very good. Christina and love. Here we go. Wow. First queering card up. The world reverse. That's kind of interesting. Here, let me show them down here. This is a little bit better. The lighting in here, again. Nobody can seem to get a good lighting guy. We're going to have to find one. The world reverse, Christina. I don't worry too much about the mirrored energy when the world is reversed, because the world is round, right? When this comes around. So, you could be finding yourself in an expression of love or in a relationship where someone is kind of at the bottom of the hour when it comes to at least acknowledging, expressing, or showing you that you mean the world to them. Or that, you know, they mean the world to you, right? Sort of thing. This is kind of like something that has... we talked about the things that have been left unsaid. Well, in your situation, Christina, I feel like things of a loving nature, they're time to kind of be like, see how she's like picking that out? Like to pick it up and being like brought into the light. This is about bringing understanding and expectation and action into the light right now. Rather than like brushing the fuzzy dust bunnies under the carpet, the fuzzy dust bunnies of love, or the things you're done with that, like brushing these things under the carpet. This is time for things to rise to the surface. This is time for things to have light shined upon them. And this is time for breakthrough, okay? It's interesting. And that's kind of maybe what's like, you haven't been feeling that necessarily, all right? But you're not far off. You're not far off the game. It's a simple answer or a gentle twist of what's going to be needed here in order to get things moving forward in regards to a relationship. Okay, and again, Ten of Wands reversed. So what's helping you or crossing you? Either you or a loved one is going to be feeling a lot less burdened or a lot less stress. And this is actually, I have a feeling of helping you, all right? You're like, I don't know, maybe you and a loved one are helping one another out with the level of stresses that you're feeling, okay? It's on the other side of the world, okay? This is time to keep things fresh. But this is the Ten of Wands reverse here, being like, it's like you're going to have to like keep each other's like wild minds from running amok. Like it's like about settling each other down, and maybe the perception of it being a little bit more stressful than what it actually needs to be. Remember that worry has a tendency to compound. You're very good at letting go of worry, but I just wonder if your person also has the ability to stop worrying or not to worry about that sort of situation. If this person like needs to be reaffirmed or told or reminded, it's almost like the level of nurture that they need. It's not that this person is a child, but there might be certain parts of their being, of their emotion, that it's almost like they totally need to be reminded, or they need this level of reassurance, and you're very good at doing it. It's probably part of the reason why they are so faithful and committed to you to begin with. Okay, but again, somebody could be very worried. That's either you're either going to reduce stress to help one another, or there's something being brought to the surface. You need to talk about the things that you talk about, whether you're at the dinner table or, like you say, whether you're on the other side of the world from that person as well. Okay. All right. This is a well-established, loving relationship too. There's no second guessing, right? And if there is, it's short-lived. There's no need to worry or to wonder why at this time, okay? It's almost as if there is no room for confusion, or there is no allowance for suspicion or anything of that nature. It's like things have been like fully affirmed and confirmed by both parties. They know exactly how each other, you are who they think you are, and they are who you think they are. There's no difference really there. And this is like two people that are willing to adapt and willing to change in order to overcome confusion when it does arrive. In the past, this togetherness or this longingness, or to be able to like see one another, don't worry about this. This is about, it's almost like you're with somebody that, if you weren't very awesome, legendary people, you would have a tough time making a go of this relationship. It's due to the finer aspects of your knowledge, awareness, and understanding. The reason why this relationship has worked and will work out in the world has tested you guys in regards to your faith and things. Can you call it bondage or past understanding to remain the catalyst and the truth and the firmness for which you build the foundation of this relationship upon? Don't jump too far ahead too quickly with this person, or don't allow this, like, because when we, Christina, I know you're aware that the relationship itself has its own level of consciousness. Okay, you have a consciousness, they have a consciousness, and now the relationship itself has their own level, have its own consciousness. But you guys almost have to like hold the reins of that, to be like, don't let it get too far out in front of you. Make sure that it's there so that you can nourish it, nurture it if you need to, or correct it in other ways if you need to as well. Major life energy. So, because this is like, I know, they talk about it, twin flame, soulmate sort of thing. When you ask about a love reading and the Lover's card comes in, whether it's reverse, this is a good indication that you are meant for this person, or these two people are meant for you. Okay? Absolutely. Page of Swords out here for the near future as well. Okay? Just be very mindful of, like, if you need to know more from one another, ask for it. Okay? Be very careful of assumptions at this time. And it's like, I'm not sure. I know you're an air sign, or if your person is an air sign as well. It's like, remember, like, the level of sharing when it comes to planning and things of that nature, you know, and wants and desires and things like that. It's like, it's almost better off taking practical steps of doing what is more awesome rather than assuming something in hopes of the surprise being better. You're taking a very practical approach to the future of this relationship rather than a just like kind of different one. All right. And the grounded nature of this, we've got another reversal here on a cup cord card. I'm not sure if this person's a water sign or not. This is kind of interesting. The Knight of Cups is, the page was up reverse, and now the Knight is up here reversed here. So don't worry about the winds. Don't worry about the plan itself, is what these cards are saying to me. This is more just about being able to just relax into the trust of this happening, okay? Because you guys still have a lot of news. You guys are going to be like sharing more news about each other's journeys until you're like feeling this point of being reunited. And in this news, it's going to be like the scientific process. What's going to arise is more questions and more questions. And that leads back to this card, why it was crossing you. This Ten of Wands being like, you might have to settle down some assumptive type energy, right? And actually like moving too far ahead out in front of that relationship, okay? Just take it slow. I guess that's what we're saying here, Christina, more than anything about what these cards want to say. Well, why don't we just invite the whole dang family? King of Cups up here as well. So we've got cups for days, all kinds of stuff here going on. And emotional sharing, you know, emotional mastery and things of that nature. But emotions, the king is saying like, it's nice. This is a foundation. But don't let it be the contractual glue. Awaken one another through the lessening of burdens and stress. Feel fulfilled. But this is more about drinking from the cup of the spiritual experience, being together. All right. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it was deleted. Of Swords here now. So this is kind of like, I don't get a sense that your faith and your trust is like being questioned right now. But I have a feeling like sometimes your partner might worry just about like what you're doing, who you're attracting, because like they know you're a very attractive person, and that, you know, a lot of other people will probably be like asking you out, or maybe he thinks about, oh, you know, when you've been gone for so long, or like you said, that distance. I get a sense that there's a bit of worry with this person. It's not that they don't trust you. It's just that they don't trust other people with you. You know, it's like a dog that's very protective of its owner when it comes to other dogs or other people. There's nothing really to fear there. It's not like they don't trust you. They just don't trust other people around you. Or perhaps they unnecessarily or unjustly, and it's good because it's from compassion. They care about you, so they tend to worry whether or not you're okay. It's almost like, you know, is it going to be all right? To lose you, the thought of losing you scares them out of the, oh my goodness, you can't make this stuff up. Guess who's here now? Queen of Cups reversed. The king's the only one that's come correct here. Stand in mastery. Do not regress in any sense of the words emotionally based on what you think you might need to do with this person in order to make them happy or to make the relationship better. Make sure that you're maintaining that strong sense of emotional mastery that you have. For some reason, it looks like it's going to be called on or required from you. Okay, it's not that your relationship's going to be tested. It's just saying is like, you don't want to regress. You don't want to make concessions in regards to your emotions in order just to facilitate this person's well-being. You may need to find a better, newer, creative solution to helping him feel at ease, or to helping them feel at ease about whatever it is that they're worrying about. Okay, it comes up again. You know, that good old Hermit card is there, right? And we look down at, you know, this Hermit reverse being like, the time of singularity, the time of like hiding out has come to an end. The Hermit's there, and it's doing its thing, and it's about to pick up the pace. You're about to go from a new place. Okay. Sorry there. We just came to the end of the track, Christina. And we just got to make sure. January 21st. So you're born on that cusp as well. Moving on into Pisces. So this Hermit card here. So for Virgo season, hang tight. Hang on tight for the next little while. Okay. Make sure that you see this tree in behind the Hermit. This is about the other aspects of your life outside of the relationship. This is about you having them all sort of neatly, tidily, and tucked away, so that you're completely focused and ready and raring to go for this moment of reuniting happening. But your person's worried about you. They worry about your safety, and they might not outrightly tell you that, which is kind of interesting. Okay. He gets very attentive when I get attention sometimes. Oh, yeah. Of course. And it's not like, it seems like you wouldn't be in it. I know, Christina, just in my knowingness, you wouldn't be in it with some dud or some, person with, no self-confidence that completely would, blow up or lose their cool on this sort of stuff. But it's like a worry about your safety, right? It's a worry, and it's a worry about the safety of the relationship, because it's not that they don't trust you. They just don't trust other people, right? Right? Cusper. Okay. All right. And this is what you got up from your romance angels. Okay? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. All right? So maybe just through the space and through the time right now, relax into those spiritual connections. You know that innate when you lay down and you have that other person in your heart and in your mind, and just go with it. Just let it flow. And that's, innately, you put that out into spirit and out into universe, and it's going to feel very good on his receiving end. Okay, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of nice to see that card out there. Okay. Woo-wee. Yeah, I'm Enter the Dragon. All right. Hi, Arya. Arya, I was giving you a shout out. I read out one of your emails, comments that you sent to me. Thank you so much, Arya, for commenting and supporting the daily videos that have come in. Okay. So that's good. That's really good. All right. One more for D Lovely, everyone, and then that's going to be a program. That's going to be it for me. I've got to go. We're running a little bit late, and I'm supposed to be quieting down now a little bit. Okay, so that's good. Arya, LOL, boom, boom, boom. Arya's awesome. I appreciate it. When Arya comes correct, that's it's, and not that any of you don't come correct. You are all amazing people. But Arya, I appreciate you for coming into the room and always being so awesome. Arya awesome. New. Arya's, that would be Arya awesome. Ella boom. Okay, D Lovely was struggling with the Capricorn. It was Capricorn, right? Who was an ex, and then D Lovely went through a healing process, moving on, letting go, and then of course the universe being what it is, and boys being boys. Once D Lovely did that, then they want to come back in, right? And there's so much at stake. There's not to be taken lightly. And thank you, D Lovely. I got your question on your mind, in my isness right now. Just give me a minute. You're very welcome, Christina. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. That was really cool of you. It's nice to touch base with you tonight. It's been a while on these programs, so really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. All right. So I think Arya, let's look at some cards. Or not, sorry, Arya, D Lovely. Yes, D Lovely. Absolutely. All right. Because I think we've read for this before. So we're going to see what's changed or what's different or what's new with this person. So I want you to think of it like this, D Lovely. It's kind of like, this is still your decision. No amount of cards, no family member, not even him, I mean no family member, younger or older, no family. This is your decision to make. Your decision to make alone. So, in order to make a good decision about this, any good decision is usually well processed. You've thought out future timelines, or what they call consequences to decisions, right? And you're very nicely adept and aware of what makes you feel good, what daily living should feel like, okay? Now think about that. Juxtapose that for a minute. What should daily life feel like? What feels good in day? Waking up next to someone, waking up next to someone who appreciates you, waking up next to someone who appreciates you that also has their shit together and go and does them and gives you the same level of respect, freedom, compassion that you give them. You see how it gets a little bit trickier as you just move through. How should it feel? What should it look like? You know, and that sort of thing. Oh, hey, Edith. Thanks for being here. Edith Intuitive Tarot, everyone. We gave Edith and Tatiana big shout-outs earlier in the program. Thanks for being here, Edith, and thanks for stopping in to say hello. It's so awesome for you to drop in. Okay, so D, hopefully that made sense, right? It's easy to, okay, it feels good to wake up. Whew, blessing number one. Wake up next to someone? Wow, that's awesome. Wake up next to somebody who appreciates you? That's even better. Waking up next to someone who appreciates you and has their shit together to not act like a ding-dong. Alright? So you can see, you can because it's your decision. I'm approaching this from a very analytical, from a very left brain thing. I'm not saying to leave emotions and leave the heart completely out of it, but you know where your heart is at. And you know, even though you might not know where his heart is at, what you need from this person or this relationship versus just what is fantasy and what is just that which you just kind of wanted or really wish it could be, right? Is that fantasy? Is there evidence in the behaviors and actions of this person if that's what it could actually be? And then these are the things that you really, I feel, need to use to make this decision, to be your future, to make your future, whether it involves this person or not, moving in and living in, right? Now, due to the subtleties of the nature of relationships, cohabitation does not necessarily have to mean romantic relationship. Romantic relationship does not necessarily have to mean cohabitation, right? Does this person have 10 reasons? Do they have 5 reasons? You know? Why it would benefit you to open yourself back up to them, right? I'm saying keep an open heart about this. I know your heart's open. I don't even have to remind you. Keep an open heart about this. But if this is a situation where you are a little bit apprehensive or you have any kind of fear of future pain or future transgressions against you and your loved ones based on their behavior, you need to acknowledge that side of the coin, the fear side of the coin, and be like, are these realistic fears? Are these maybe they're intuitive gut feelings of yeah, I do have reason to feel leery or apprehensive or a little bit afraid here. Okay, I'm just going to cut your cards. That was a lot just from an 8. Okay, D? All right. Hippie Chick and All Natural Rebecca, it's so great to see you here. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming. Okay, just going to put some cards out for D Lovely here now. Okay. All right.
No.
Oh, sorry. Let me switch the camera back over. So you. All right. At the root level here, this comes down to trust. Is there an acknowledgement or a declaration of the reinstitution of trust in this relationship? I feel like there's been some lip service about it, but you may be asking about evidence for it right there. Or some sort of trial period or probationary period. It's interesting. 7 of Swords, pretty clear answer. Okay. I would be very careful in terms of engaging with this person in terms of physical lovemaking. Okay. The sex of it all. the sex, the passion, the intercourse, the coitus, the hoochie coochie, okay, all that kind of stuff. This is the last piece of the puzzle that comes in here. This is not until like everything else is absolutely certain and sure of it, because right now this is not an option, and I would not advise that you like jump into that at any point until all other facets, all other of the boxes and the institution, everything has been like absolutely feeling that way before. Rebecca, yeah, I'm at an Airbnb. We're at AAA Aquarius Airbnb where I have to mind my manners a little bit. So all right. Yikes. I don't like this scene. This is why I came off the top at you so tough, D. This is your decision to make. Okay? Remember, why don't you be the person that happens to this relationship rather than being something that, your person or that relationship happens to you? Okay, D, this is about you. It's like, but it's tough because I know there's a lot of stake, and if you go all in, you go all in, right? So I would do some sort of like trial basis type thing. It's like, all right, if your heart is open to it and you see the benefit into it in terms of the family structure or family nature, just be like, okay, 1 or 2 nights a week, come on in. There's a room in the basement or there's a room down the hall. But you better have another place to stay, because I'm not ready to push my chips all in. I can see you and call you and raise you, but I'm not ready to go all in. So if you think that we need to go one step at a time. We need to like take baby steps into this sort of stuff. This 2 of Wands reverse. It's like, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 nights a week. Why don't we go ahead and try it? Why don't we do this sort of stuff? And this is very much because you got friendship, roommates, lovers, romantic partners, all this stuff. You can't have, like, if you've gone through all this tribulation, left each other blown up, and then moved on and forgiven, and now he wants back, and now you're considering going back this other way. You can't think, okay, I'm getting my friend back, I'm getting my roommate back, I'm getting my lover back, I'm getting my twin flame back, I'm getting my romantic remote. It's not all 5 at once. It's one thing at a time. So let's start with friend, or let's start with roommate, or let's start with, and be very clear to him that is the progression that is required here. Because look at it. This is what came up in the heart energy. That's not easy. This is because this is your decision. This is also your healing process that is taking place. So this absolutely has to happen on your terms, okay? And if this person gets butthurt about anything that you put on this, any terms that you put on this reconnection of endearment, if they're like, that's not fair, well, it's like, take a look at the past, buddy. That's what wasn't fair, or that's how that all worked out. You don't, to forgive and forget. You can forgive, but don't forget in these situations. Absolutely not, because you need this change so that you don't self-destruct all of the education and the healing that you've given yourself. You might be able to come out on top. Only you and your lover, or you and this person, only time really can tell what's going to become of all of it. But you got to make sure that you know that wounds that are not fully healed, you're not going to put that position in a person to not only create new wounds, but slow down your healing process at any point in time. Okay. Wow. Communication coming up as a King of Cups reverse. Be careful of the subtle manipulations. Okay. You're very aware of what is lip service and what is not. So this is proof in the pudding. All right. You say this to get me to, because I get a feeling that this person may still think that, they're Rico Suave, or that, their words are going to trigger you into accepting and behaving and doing things their way, where it's like, don't be fooled. You hold all the cards, okay? You hold all the cards, D. Not the other way around, okay? Is Ange off? Okay. Okay, good night, Ange. Rest well, okay? And it's nice. 4 of Wands. This is what you're hoping for. This is what you're visioning. you're seeing this like kind of like a sacred space or a return to all this stuff, an invitation to love, all this good stuff, or at least, you know, you feel safe with this person, or hopefully you still feel safe with this person. Hi, 88. Okay, this Four of Wands. This is what you're projecting. And there's nothing in this world that says that you can't have this. Okay? That you can't have this. But you need to do this on your own terms, or you run a risk of blowing up the last, all that's what's happened, and just like doing a complete circle, being caught in the wash cycle or the spin cycle of this person's like own folly and manipulation. If there's any hint of that, any sign of it, you can make that invitation. You can say, like, look at the Four of Wands is always about the space outside of the space. Just be like, here, you wanna move into the garage? Well, you can move into the garage 2 nights a week, kind of thing. And it's kind of funny how that keeps coming up, because that invitation can be there, but very slowly, on your terms. And I would suggest one thing at a time. Do not rush this whatsoever, because he's going to want to come. He's going to want to come quick. He's going to be like, well, okay, well, now I got my foot in the door. I've just as well as sold you the vacuum cleaner. No, Prince of Swords. Okay, you're going to have to shut down any erratic behavior or any assumptions that this person makes that, you know, this is all back to the way it was, because it's not. It's not. This is a new day. This is a new time in your life, and your family's life, and your children's life, and in his life. And by no means are we just going to sweep it all under the rug and be like, nah, you know, it never happened. Is that, you know, because, and that's almost the feeling that I have from this person, is that they're not awake enough, they're not aware enough to know that this is going to be a long process, that in order to deserve your love and have your love, they're going to need to absolutely do it from a place where you feel safe, you feel secure, and you feel healed. Okay, absolutely. Because he's carrying a big old sword again. And we said, we're not going to forget. We're not going to go down that. We're not going to be blindfolded again. We got that blindfold off already. What the hell was the point of all of that stuff that went on in the past and that caused all these ripples and waves? We're not going to forget that. That is the thing that taught us. That is the thing that brought us to where we are today. So I'm not about to forget it. And I'm not about to just allow it to like hit the rewind button and pretend and sweep it all under the rug. You're just not. Okay? Absolutely. Okay. All right. And I'll get a romance angel card out for you. And then Aria, I want to pull one card for you just for being an awesome person, and 88 as well. And Rebecca. We'll do a round out of the new viewers, because just with some spiritual messages. Okay. All right. Because yeah, you got an open heart to this, and you've got this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. And I remember how fast the turnaround was. Do you remember that reading, Dee? Where it was like I told you, you're like, just move on. And the minute you move on is the minute that he's... So really, it wasn't that long when you were like, I'm moving on, I'm letting go, and all this stuff. And the moment you started doing that, boing, boingo, he like immediately came back. So, could still be the one. Remember, the fastest path between point A and point B is a straight line in the other direction. Make it, you sneak around from behind on that way. And don't worry, it's your decision, it's your pace, it's your house, it's your well-being, it's your journey, it's your path. If they're blessed enough to be a part of it, they'll be willing to understand that your healing has certain criteria that you need to set upon this in order to make it what you want. But I won't tell you whether or not to love this person, to not love this person, to invite this person back into your home, or not to invite this person back in. You do you. But you do you on your terms. Okay? Really awesome. Really awesome. Okay. A few more spiritual cards, a few more spiritual messages out for tonight. These will be light ones, okay? The big personal readings are done. And thanks so much, Christina, for hitting up some nice super chats for the channel, for D Lovely, for yourself, and for the reader. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much, Christina. Hey, just for one night, I'm back, Rebecca. Just for one night. Okay? All right. Yeah. The right? What is it? A flute with no holes is not a flute. And a donut with no holes is a Danish. And the greatest of teachers won't hesitate to leave you there by yourself, chained to fate. And I don't mean to leave you, but I do have, this is a one night only, and I should be back again in another couple weeks. Okay. Yay, light. All right, let's see what's up here. For Aria, this is you. This is for you. Be a badass love beam today. That's right. Today, it's your job to fill every room you go into with laser beams of love. If you can't do laser beams, then make your heart a bubble machine and fill the room with bubbles. If that doesn't work for you, then you should bring donuts to work. Donuts make almost everyone happy. Go forth with your mission, grasshopper. So you bring love everywhere you go, okay, Aria? You bring love with you everywhere you go. All right. Yeah, and then we should be back around, I don't even have I don't have a lot of my stuff, a lot of my tools and things, but I'm not quite sure which weekend it'll be, but it will be well into Libra season. Okay, food? Yeah. Did you mention food? Okay, all natural Rebecca, this one's for you. Worrying is a negative prayer. Rebecca, you don't need any of that kind of angsty, nail-biting bullshit today. If you catch yourself worrying, take a deep breath and ask the universe for what you really want, not what you don't want. The universe always lets you change your order, and hell yeah, you want fries with that? Go ahead and supersize it. But remember, worrying is just a negative prayer. It doesn't add a single day to your life. It takes away from long life Tao. It takes away from your experiences and your ability to experience things in fullness and the multitude of different things that there are to experience. Worrying, it eats in, it cuts into all of that like a parasite. And sometimes we can't help but worry, but most certainly we can catch ourselves when we are worrying and be like, we don't need to do it to that level. Okay, absolutely. Laser beams and dynamite. Absolutely. Okay. And all natural. I'm not picking on you, but it's kind of like these cards are cool because everybody can draw for these things. And it's like sometimes it's the beautiful energy of the people that come into the room. And that's why the cards come out. And it's awesome that you're here. Appreciate that. A laser bubble room. Okay, 88. Yeah, here we go. Fuck what they say. Got that? All right. 88. What anyone else says about you doesn't matter. Really and truly, it doesn't matter. If you heard it secondhand, it doesn't matter. And if you're the person, and if that person isn't your higher power, your boss, your higher self, your best friend, it super duper doesn't matter. Think about how much more time you'd have to dream up cool new stuff if you really and truly stopped worrying about what people say about you. You think Martin Luther King cared what other people said when he wasn't there? No, he was out marching and doing good shit. Let them talk. Do you. Okay? Don't worry about, again, 2 cards about letting go of worry. All right? Evel's Dog 88. So awesome to have you here tonight. All right. Did I miss anybody on the round out for the spiritual cards? Hopefully not. 'Cause baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Throwback, baby. Throwback. It's good stuff. All right, I'll take that. Thank you. Namaste. And thanks to everybody for staying a while. For Christina, been through the whole program. Those of you that joined us late. Those of you that joined us earlier. Those of you that started watching the Libra Virgo Cusp reading and stuck around to watch this whole like wacky doodle dandy of a tarot show. We're the Tarot Bar tonight. Thanks everybody for jumping in and checking out the channel. Really cool. All right. Last chance. Very last call for a cup. If anybody wants, it's been hiding out in the chat. Now is your chance. If not, we'll be signing off here within the next 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be great. Special shout out to Aquarius AAA Airbnb, broadcasting live from their beautiful bar tonight. They let us have the whole bar. It was awesome. To Saruchi, Patreon supporter. To Denise Lynn, the creator of the Native Spirit Oracle deck, which I love and continues to serve this channel in a very awesome way. Thank you, Denise Lynn, for creating these cards from the bottom of my heart. Okay. To the good people at The Real Thank You Water. Thank you for water. And to our network affiliate, Tati Taurus Tarot. Thanks so much to all of you that have been supporting and showing up and checking that out over there. Right? Tennessee Jed. Tennessee. There ain't no place I'd rather be. Darling, won't you carry me back to Tennessee? Thanks, everyone, for being here. It's so awesome. You're all amazing people, legendary beings. I appreciate you all so much. Look forward to doing some more daily videos for you. And yes, be most excellent to one another. Love you all. We'll see you again really soon, hopefully. Very much next time. Okay? Did we do it? I don't know if I don't know if we did it. Are we still on? Are we still live? Last call for alcohol.
Injured. I injured that. Injured.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of